so we could probably come in pretty early in the morning.
The rest of you, anything you want to do before nightfall? Or shall we start setting up? No problem.
He is a tired one, that one.
I've never, in all my years, never someone who can sleep that quickly have I met.
I don't. I'd have to imagine it's something about getting so big. You know, the joints are not supposed to do that.
I've never seen it before either. Jasper, have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, sir. At least not to this extreme, sir.
Lauren Jordan. I mean Jen. Either of you
Oh.
two?
No. I mean, most of my folk are my size. You're the biggest people I've ever met.
You're probably one of the smallest people I've ever met.
I would have to agree with the furry one. I've spent my life around dwarves, so this is all new to me.
Now, what would an elf be doing raised by dwarves?
I was kind of left at their doorstep essentially, so they took me in. Pretty kind of them.
Dwarves are nicer than the worst rumors I've heard.
There you go.
So, sleepy sleep. I go to sleep.
Yeah, sure. I mean, do you guys? You can go ahead and set up watches in whatever order you guys would like. I know you said Jasper wanted to sleep with Armac. Shut up! Shut up! At the same time with Armac. Anything else? Who wants to sleep first? Who wants to sleep second?
I'll stay up.
All right.
I'm going my ass to sleep.
And Jasper, did you want first watch with her or second?
Is there anybody on second watch right now?
I'll
I
go
don't
fucking well.
No.
Okay. It's not like
Yeah,
it's not like a private thing, so I'll take first watch.
All right.
I
Okay,
shall
so-
do second.
All right. So for first watch, we've got Genevieve, Jasper, and Armac. So you guys are just sitting up, by the campfire, just smoldering down a little bit after everybody's eaten, and taking their a moment just to catch their breath after that pretty serious encounter that you guys just completely wiped through. And the moon is.
I,
Let me
I
check.
think I think a recurring theme with me is going to be with having taken Teheen's gold. I'm gonna burrow every night a new hole wherever we are just to make sure everything is safe and secure.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you're stashing fucking little bits of coin everywhere. I
Oh,
was
no,
about
no,
to
I'm
out of the
just,
game fight you.
Like Pablo Escobar did.
Yeah.
Add mole rat thieves. All right. Anyways, so as the moon is fading in the sky, and it is on its way towards the new moon, you can notice that Agholor's rings of this pearlescent blue, purple, shimmering energy begin to take the sky more and more as the moon, the light that the moon sheds, weakens. The strength of the light of the rings grows, and it actually seems like, ironically, it actually makes the sky brighter when the moon is darker. But yeah, you guys have the first watch to yourselves.
So, Genevieve.
Yeah. What do you want, fancy man?
Oh, I just wanted to know because I never actually you never told me if I could keep this or not, and I wanted to know if you wanted it back. And I pull out the regional map.
No, I got it for you. Or you guys, I don't know, one of you.
Thank you. As I am not the particularly known to find good directions with maps, I'm going to leave this with one of my other companions. But Armek,
Yes, dear. Which she says in Draconic.
yes, in Draconic. Do you perhaps have a leader that we're going to see?
Well, yeah. I mean, so it's not exactly like a generalized like hierarchical structure that a lot of people have. The one we're gonna be meeting with, his name is Nazir. He's what we call just the clan speaker. I mean, he's one of the more wise among us, so he generally makes any sort of large decisions that we do have to make. But overall, I mean, people have the freedom to come and go as they might, and we don't necessarily have, borders and leaders and kings and whatnot.
And pardon if this is a bit of a intrusive question, but is it just food that you steal?
No, I mean we need all sorts of supplies. I mean it's not exactly like we can manufacture our own medicines and salves and potions and things like that. So really whatever we need to get by, I mean, we'll have to take it if we can't make it.
Okay.
Would you not do the same?
Um,
If your wife or child were sick and dying and you had no way of procuring it yourself?
I would.
So you understand.
I understand to a great deal. Which is why I'm offering you this
Yes, that
opportunity.
was very intriguing. So I'm sure Nazir is he's gonna hopefully find it as interesting as I do, and let's see if we can avoid future bloodshed about this topic.
I think we're on different pages, but that's okay. I think we're reading the same novel. And I'll just kind of walk away and do the whole watch thing.
Yeah, can I get a perception check from you and from Genevieve, please?
13.
11.
Yeah, for sure. So it seems to be a pretty quiet night. At one point, you guys can hear, in not too far off in the distance, but back where that ogre encampment was made, you can hear the chittering of various animals and vultures as they come in order to pick up upon the meats that you guys had not taken with you, or also the corpses of the ogres themselves. And you can hear that they're going to town on that, but nothing seems to be threatening you guys. So that is the end of your watch. Who is taking the second watch? I think Tanine said he was, and then who else? Or just
I will.
mine as well. All right. Yeah, I know. So yeah, Broldil will continue sleeping. I'm assuming Jasper and Genevieve don't want exhaustion, so they will sleep. And
I got sleeping.
all right. So Lore and Tanine, the night is yours. The sky is beautiful. What do you guys do over your watch?
I guess one of the first questions on my mind would have been, where these dwarves of yours, insanely nice people.
Huh?
Where did you say you were from again? Some forest?
Well,
Asking me questions. Hunter, help me out. Where did we say I was from again?
Yeah. Sorry. Let me pull up the map actually. So you were over near Nuvea. Actually, that's probably how he would know it. The port city of Nuvea.
So we are from the port city of Nubea.
Which I can bring up the world map for you guys
It's an
because
important
that
start.
would be well known to all of you. So if you guys can see, this would be over here. If everybody can see that.
This fucking Skyrim
At
music.
least, so you would definitely know that Tanin, with its proximity to Volcra. But this is that area. It's not nearly as big as Transier, which is basically the major port city and the economic and military powerhouse of that area that really controls the river ports. But it definitely, nothing to scoff at.
This is Nove. I'm familiar with it. It's near my hometown. I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's definitely a buzzing place. We made that our home, mostly because my adoptive father was a shoemaker, so it made it pretty easy for him to sell his shoes.
And I'm guessing you don't take after him. You're not
Oh,
a
no.
shoemaker yourself.
No, I was never good at that. I do draw and paint some. I got that from my adoptive mother. She's quite the artist.
Oh yes, I saw you with the canvas from before.
Yeah, yeah.
You travel. Actually, do you draw while you travel? You take inspiration from everywhere.
Mostly taverns. I like to people watch while I drink.
Where are you going?
I
Oh,
definitely
you
like
guys
to see
outside.
your hometown sometime.
It would be
Quite
nice to go
confused.
back.
Feel the same thing. Much so hard. But I think both of us are on a mission. Yeah. Is Norman awake? Or is he
Yeah.
sleeping?
No, he'd be sitting with us.
Has he been with you the whole time?
Yeah, he stays pretty much. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Pam, but I would imagine that he would stay pretty much like by your side, or at least like
Yeah.
nearby enough. Yeah. So definitely, if
Oh,
you
I meant with it as like a more general question, as in like has he been with you the entire time you've been in Novea?
Oh yeah. As long as I can remember, he's been here. A thorn in my side, but I love him.
He's definitely been handy in combat, I can tell you this.
So, are you on a mission for something other than just trying to find a cure for your curse? I think you called it.
That's more a mix of a personal mission and a world mission, while what I can say is my personal mission would be to find a little bit more understanding between all of the different countries here, all of the different cultures. I mean, the Vulcan mindset on the rest of the world is a little conservative, if I can say the least. I haven't experienced much of the outside. I know a little bit. There's been a little bit of trade where I go from, but there's not much I've seen, not much I've heard.
Angel food cake mix.
I want to learn. I want to know more about the world.
Well, I'm sure you'll find it. We've experienced quite a bit already.
Definitely more than I've experienced back home, I can tell you this. What's that? I am going to just finish off our little watch with a prayer healing.
Yeah, go for it. During the night, Jasper, as sleep takes you, you open your eyes and find yourselves transported from the cold and dreary campground where you were just a moment ago, and you're back in the place that is most familiar to you. The halls of the Manorsworth estate echo with the cheery laughter and music of the party as choruses of voices all ring out in song. The clatter of silverware and the aroma of another delicious feast prepared by Lori add to the din as you scan over the crowd of familiar smiling faces, seeking plates to bus, frames to level on the wall, or other ways of providing assistance. There's a tug on your overcoat, and you turn around and you look down at the face of a small, familiar furbolg child. And he looks up at you with these big doe eyes, and he just says, Why'd you leave me? The vibrant colors and sounds of merriment immediately drain out of the room, and you're left standing in a gray, ash-coated husk of what was once a proud estate. And the child looks at you again with tears welling up in his huge doe eyes, and he just says again, Why did you leave me? Why did you leave me? What do you do?
Can I respond?
Yeah.
It wasn't by choice. I promise. I'll come back.
You will?
Of course.
Is it worth it?
It will be.
And as you say that, your words in the wind that they carry, he dissipates into mist as the mirage fades away, and you're left in just the cold, empty husk of what was once this live, beautiful place. And then you shake your head awake, and you wake up in a cold sweat. It is now the morning time. Everybody can take and gain the benefits of a long rest. Roll till you get those 2 temporary hit points, and everybody begins to, wake up, stretch their arms and legs. You can go ahead and change your preparations if you have to now. And we wake up on this 21st day of Fruthia as you guys prepare to head into the encampment.
Go!
All right, dearest, no dilly dall, no dawdling, no dilly dallying. There it is. That's what I was gonna say. No dilly dallying. We've got some work to do today, so everybody, eat your breakfast or do whatever sort of weird praying you people do, and we'll get going.
Definitely been more open to the common speak since we first met you.
Well, I mean, I'll do what I have to do, and if I'm 1 league away from getting home, I'll speak in this disgusting language until we get there.
Understandable. Roll, get your ass up. I want to shake Brodel as hard as I can.
Why must you do such things?
Well, why must you sleep so much?
Why must you do such things? I asked first.
Are you going to answer me?
I asked first.
Okay. We'll talk about it later then. As long as you're up, come on. It's time to go.
So soon.
I mean, are you trying to waste the day?
Maybe.
I'm not.
Fine. Let's go to wherever we're going, I suppose.
You know where we're going. Don't act like you don't know.
Who are you again?
I am Mr. Foofy Pants, and I am going to take you to Candyland. Come on, let's go.
Sounds like a good time.
Smelly, big boy. Can you shut up?
Who is that person?
Which big boy?
Yeah,
You're
first of all,
big boy.
refers to
You get super size.
Oh, but how did you know he's smelly?
You're the one who smells.
Yeah, you're smelly.
Yeah, I know that. Out of game.
Oh.
I'm not smelly.
No,
Am
Tinian, I said your BO is quite rank. It is quite
Oh,
rank.
that's the smell of the forest to me.
Okay.
Before we
will-
all leave, can I cast augury?
Yeah, you can. I'm
What are
just
you
gonna
doing?
look it up real-
frantically searches.
Of course. Oh yeah, wheel and woe. This one. Okay. Yeah. All right.
What
Yeah, so go
profession
ahead.
is he about to do?
Go ahead and describe how you can, commune with your god, and give me go ahead and describe your ritual and the questions that you'd like to ask.
I'll just very hastily, while we're all kind of getting ready to leave, I'll lay down that table that I usually use for food, or that rug that I usually use for food. I'm not going to tie the sticks down to it, and I'm just going to lay it down on the ground, and I'm just going to scatter some gems across it, and then flavor control flames to light a candle, and then
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
it's eating
that's
time. Just how I
And
like
then-
it.
I can always go like this.
rocks and wax. That's what I'm serving for food this morning.
Lovely.
For the purpose of this spell, I will say that so this is for a course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. So you would
Yes.
probably want to cast this if it's about your meeting, you would probably want to do this closer because I don't think you
Okay.
guys are going at a 10-minute mile walking pace. Or it would have to be faster than that. So I would say for the sake of this being actually efficacious, you can do this once
Okay.
you actually get closer.
I thought we were much closer, so that's my bad.
No,
It was
problem.
like 3 miles.
Yeah, I mean, it's a relatively short distance, and at this point, because you guys were coming from the high ground, you see the plateau off in the distance, so there are like rocky hillsides and various terrains that you can see, but you can navigate them pretty clearly at this point, and you have your destination out there in mind. You guys aren't really bothered too much by anything. You guys can all make me perception checks though, if you would like to see what is around you.
I want to do so. I like the forest.
I think that's a 9.
That's a
Yeah.
10.
I accidentally
You said
clicked out of my
perception, right?
thing.
Yes, perception.
Oh, no, that's a 11. My bad.
I have a -1 to perception, so that's a 15.
All right.
That's a 14.
So with a 15, you actually notice as you get closer and closer, there are a couple of shadows that just flit between the rocky encaptures. Go ahead and roll me one more perception check if you want to try to make out what this moving thing is.
Perfect.
Who gets to do that?
I
Timmy.
get a dirty 1.
Dirty one. Yeah, so there are some shadows that are flitting between, like I had said, the various hilltops. They're not approaching you guys. They seem to be following, like keeping parallel, but somewhat from a distance. But nothing openly aggressive. But yeah, so as you get closer, let's say probably about a mile or so away, you sit down to pull out your mat and stuff, light up your candle just like you said. What are your 3 questions?
Oh shit.
I gotta pull up that spell again. 'Cause I didn't even know I had 3 questions.
Wait, is it 3?
I
Of a specific course of action that you plan to within the next 30 minutes. Sorry, it's 1 question. I'm thinking of commune as 3 questions, I think.
Oh, okay. So the question, I'll make sure to say it in a language that people don't know. That I know of.
I was gonna say Draconic seems like a good bet.
It seems like
Honestly,
a
it's
good
your
bet,
best
yeah.
bet, bro.
Oh, actually, yeah. Yeah, so I'll just say it in Draconic. Well, no, I would speak to my god in Celestial, so I will say it Celestial. Is this meeting with Nazir going to go in my favor?
I would say, so the cards and gemstones that are on the table, with this wind that carries this lovely smell of freshly baked pastries in the morning, they begin to flip over the cards in a pattern that would suggest both weal and woe.
So I'll return after that and just say, Ed.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do before you head into the plateau?
I want to ask Armek if she knows what these figures are. In private, in like telepathically though.
Oh, well, if it's something that you think is around us near here, I mean, that's most likely probably just scouts looking around to see if anybody's coming to approach the hideout. The only reason they haven't attacked you is most likely because I'm here.
Then
But they are ready to attack at a moment's notice, especially because it's very, very unusual for one of us to bring the rest of y'all back here.
well, hopefully you can act as a mediator.
I would certainly rather that than the alternative.
As would I.
Right, and so you guys begin to approach this. This formation is huge. It is like monstrous above you guys. You're dwarfed by it. It's not exactly a mountain, but it is like several stories tall of just pure sheer rock face. There is a it looks like some sort of entrance to a cave in the front that's hidden sort of like an optical illusion behind a couple of boulders, but once you see the slot, you're able to just slide right in, and she leads you in and downwards. You follow Armek's lead down these twisting passageways in this maze of tunnels, up, down, deeper into the earth. You're surrounded by the heavy odor of damp stone and the stuffy heat of stale, uncycled air. They just completely swarm your senses. Eventually, the cave opens up to a large, cavernous, dark room, dimly illuminated by red torches held aloft in sconces on the side of the stone walls. But despite the meager fire, the cave is barely discernible, especially to those of you without dark vision. Then, echoing forth out of the darkness, you can hear a smooth voice address your assembly in Draconic, so only 1.5 of you will understand. And he says, "I had lost hope that you'd survive." And she is free, right? She isn't restrained by you guys?
No, she hasn't been. She hasn't been since the fight with the stone golem.
Okay. And so he says, "I take it that Og and the others were not so lucky. Why have you brought these people here?" And they share an exchange where she seems to catch him back up to speed. He is deathly silent throughout the entirety of the ordeal, like deafening silence. And after a while, and she stops speaking, you can see him just like click his tongue and, "I see." And then in common, he like chews on the words, but he says, "And what do these guests have to say for themselves?"
This was not something. Oh wait, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, child. Contextually. How can we help you so you can stop hurting others?
Hurting others? We don't hurt people. I mean, we do what we have to do to survive, and if anybody tries to stop us, then it is merely survival of the fittest, is it not?
What if what's stopping you is the right to the property you're stealing from them?
Sorry, one more time?
You are stealing from other people. Stop that shit.
And they steal from the earth. It is a cyclical nature of things.
I come from people who respect the earth more than anybody else has. You do not respect the earth. You do not respect life.
I've gotta put my hand on Anthony and Shoulder. Perhaps this is not the best way that we should go about this, friend. You know, we seem to have gained her trust, and perhaps we can reach an agreement. It's
No,
merely
it is all right. It is all right. These hippies in Volcra think that the world is run a certain way because they live with so much abundance around them, but they do not understand the trifle of the common folk. So I understand his ignorance. It is unforgivable, but it is understandable.
At least I can survive without stealing.
Hey. Don't like that.
That goes for you too, little bunny. Don't act like I don't like that.
Might keep your gold then.
So, Arbeck here tells me that there is some sort of proposition that you have that would make these raids unnecessary. I mean, I am always open to the idea that we can become self-sufficient, but I've not yet come across a method of how. So if you do have a elevator pitch, if you will.
Do you want to
Yes.
go ahead?
I don't know how you know about elevators, but
It's a spell.
Cast elevator. I'm gonna go talk to that god of mine, okay?
If anybody gets fly the spell, you have to rename it to elevator.
Or levitate.
The elevator.
Minor or major elevator.
No. Levitate is escalator. Fly is elevator.
This is Nazir that we're talking to, right?
You don't know.
No, shut.
He did not introduce himself.
yeah. Are you the leader or the what is it? The wise draconic speaker, clan speaker that I heard that you call yourself?
I do not call it myself. I am clan speaker amongst my people, but it is not a title that I took for myself. They simply have acknowledged that we need somebody who can consolidate our resources and our decision making, and they have. I am blessed that my people have chosen me. I am Nazir.
Azir, it's a pleasure to meet you, and
I know.
it sounds. It sounds very efficient, the way in which you do things. So, the pitch. I have come across a particular patch of land, a rather large patch of land, up north, not too far north, but north where there's still grass, there's still farmlands, if you will. And my offer was,
And this part is in Draconic.
Was that first part in Draconic or was that in Common?
Common.
Okay.
you and your people help me take this land. And in turn, I will lawfully give it to you. A portion of it, of course.
In Draconic, he'll say, "This is most intriguing indeed. Perhaps this does warrant further discussion. This parcel of land that you are discussing, I mean, is this large enough to support dozens upon dozens of people?
Thousands.
Thousands. I like your words and the way in which you speak them. We shall discuss this further. I shall allow you inside. If you," and then this part he says in common and addresses a lot of you, "if you so much as touch one of my people, some of their things, or even look at them in the manner in which they find insulting, I will cut your throat, I will disembowel you, I will feed you your own bowels, and I will make you shit them out again so that they may once again disembowel you. Are there any questions?"
I'm gonna I'm gonna whisper like low enough where he can't hear me, but my party members can. Should I just say that we did the same to Og? Probably not. Never mind. Let's continue.
I do have questions, perhaps you can answer later, about the way in which that happens. Just scientifically, I'm interested in the process.
Yes, we have a diagram that we could show you.
Oh, dear.
This happens quite often. um, no, I jest, but still, we shall head inside and we shall discuss this over a nice glass of mead. Um, and then he turns around and walks through the dark doorway behind him. He is flanked behind him by about 6 draconians that look like they're the same race as Armek. These ones are substantially larger than the ones that you had encountered in Brefa. So you would
Are
gather
they more or less dragony than me?
these ones seem to have like tattered like wings that are potentially capable of flight, folded along their back. These are definitely mature and powerful draconians, and it looks like they
But like, aside from the wings, which of us is gonna win in like a dragon look-alike contest?
a dragon. Well, neither one of you, because because keep in mind that dragons don't look like dragonborns. They don't look like draconians. I mean, they probably are more feral and more and have more like actual
Animalistic. looking shit.
animalistic tendencies and features, whereas you tend to embody more of the
Humanoids.
mental acuity of a dragon, as well as obviously the physical, like scales and snout and teeth and stuff like that.
Gang.
Yeah, but the 4 guards or 6 guards rather, 2 of them follow behind him, and then the rest of them wait for you guys, so that way they can bring up the rear. I'm assuming that you guys follow, or
Yeah.
Until he says no.
yeah. So as you guys head inside, torches line the wall, and glowing stalactites hang down from the ceiling that illuminate this area past the doorway much better. It is still somewhat dim, but since people who have dark vision, and also since they have dark vision, this is very brightly lit area. Everything can be made out just fine. You see various like carved out little areas where there's straw and hay lying on the ground that look like makeshift beds. There are people that are huddled together near a campfire. There are families of kobolds and draconians that cease their daily activities and just stare directly at you guys, like maws completely agape, and gawking at the sight of these strangers that they I've like pretty much never seen in their home from the look of it. Eventually, you're led back to a room that opens up substantially, to the point where you can actually see that the ceiling goes above and above, far above, until actual natural light is streaming through. Even though this plateau is huge, I mean, you're not certain exactly where you are inside of it, but this is at least like 150 feet up in the air that light is streaming in. There is a crackling fire in the center of the room, and Nazir invites you all to take seats on the stone benches that surround it, as he also looks to take a seat. This is what we call slice of life. Method acting.
This is what it looks like, I assume. Wait. So can we non-dark vision people see?
What was that?
Can non-dark vision people see?
You can see it is somewhat dim, but you can still definitely make your way around. This is just fine. I mean, plus you're sitting around a campfire, so you can definitely see in your immediate vicinity.
Okay.
As a meta in my notes, I put I do not like Nazir.
Fair. Fair. I mean, he doesn't. You gather that he probably doesn't like you.
No, bro, he's a little bitch, bro.
So he says this in Draconic. I hope the rest of you are as dignified as your colleague here. And he waits for a response, and noticing that he doesn't get one, he just sighs a little bit and just goes, in common, all right, and so I've heard the offering from one of you, and I will return to you to get more details about this, but the remainder of you, do you have any ideas for yourself, or any offerings that you can provide to me and my people?
I do have a magical rabbit I would like to sell to you.
Is this a rabbit that you can cut up and keep eating?
Probably.
Is it this rabbit right
Likes
here?
shiny things quite a bit. I just. It seems. Okay.
Are you about to sell a rabbit?
I will. Can I cast message?
Yeah. Who are you casting it on?
I'm going to cast it on Brodel after he says that. And just say, don't even think about it. I will steal your money too.
Nazir, you said it correct.
Yes, it is correct. And you, young dragon,
My name is Tanin.
Tanin the hatchling. That has a good ring to it. You, in another lifetime, you could have fit in here amongst your people.
I don't think I'm your people, nor you are mine. No offense, just different ways of life. You know, I can never go with your ideologies, you with mine. It's kind of you know. Okay, but listen. Still believing what I said earlier, we spoke with one of the town masters of Fraught, and it may not be much, but if there are some of you who wish to establish some negotiating grounds in a more peaceful manner, there are jobs for you guys over there. And there is the possibility of trade, the possibility of more income, the possibility of less hateful encounters against you in the future as well.
This all sounds very nice. We have tried things like this in the past without much success. If this new town master that you are describing is a more thoughtful and willing individual, then we could certainly begin to take a look at this. But the number of mouths that I have to feed here is not going to be able to be is not going to be able to be provided by a small town. I mean, plus they have their obligations to the surrounding areas, I am sure. I cannot imagine that those overflowing fields of wheat are just for, what is it, 10,000 people, if that?
How many people here do you think are, would you say, are over the age of whatever adult age is them?
I'm not going to divulge the,
I say it
demographics of
because
my people here. However, I will say that if it were not for the relative youth of the majority of our people, we would have made this trip out of this area long ago. But
you are willing, I'm gonna extend my hand out and cast Dragon Nuts.
yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oh, okay. What do I have to roll? It's a 1d6 plus 3?
I think so. What does the spell say?
We rewrote it for you.
What?
We rewrote it for your campaign. Or was it the, I should make 10 good berries.
I
It's
made
just
you
the-
a homebrew spell. What does that spell say?
Ah,
The
yes,
100
my
spell.
bad. I'm sorry. I'm a little confused. Where are my dragon nuts? Yeah, it's a 1d6 plus 3. So,
Have you checked
I-
your pants?
yes. I don't know if dragons have nuts. But I made 3 good berries.
That's literally impossible. It's
Oh,
1d6
no.
plus 3.
6. It's 6. I did a 3 plus 3.
Okay.
So 6 good berries appear out of my hand and be like, it's not much, but it can. This simple thing can feed small families. If you have one person, 2 people in each household who learn these ways, you guys can be self-sufficient.
And you're going to stay with us and use these magics every day.
Personally, no, but I can definitely, I can bring you the connections. I can speak to the Vulcans.
The Volcrans, the Volcrans will not come out here in order to help us. They barely
Vulcan.
leave their own houses, let alone not this far into Frenendir.
I think that's just because every negotiation has been happening from a Vulcan and a non-Vulcan. But I myself am Vulcan. Hopefully, if not maybe that exact answer, I can get an answer, find a solution, may not be the solution. Just please be open to the idea.
Volcra is run by people who are not interested in the outside world, not interested in the nature as they proclaim, or at least not without the bounds of their own borders. However, this is one of the reasons that ultimately Volcra is the place that our people have longed to go. We would need enough resources to make this trip to Volcra. Perhaps 3 weeks with carriages if we risk going through the Forsaken, or 1.5 weeks if we can make it to Leth and get on a ship.
You guys have traveled to Forsaken.
We have not, no. We have stayed here in Fernandir while our young are maturing. We shall not risk the death of our children or the undue stress of our elderly.
You're a crazy man for even thinking of going through this. But I respect the sentiment of doing what you need to do.
I appreciate that, young hatchling. Now, I believe that we have a more private matter for us to attend to. So, if you wouldn't mind excusing us, I believe. I'm sorry, sir. What is your name again? He looks at you, Jasper.
My name is Jasper, sir.
Jasper. Yes, a fine name indeed. We shall discuss this matter. If you would simply walk with me here. And he gets up and begins to lead you away if you follow.
Just give me one moment, sir.
And I turn around and I sort of like, come here, guys.
Of course, yes. He steps away and so do his guards, so you guys have a private moment without of earshot.
I'm going to convince him, or try at least, to leave the place that they are currently at and go up north.
Where?
There is a place with great farming that, from what I know, it is uninhabited currently.
You know how to get there?
From here, yes.
Do you have a map?
And I just kind of pull out the regional map that I have and I go, oh,
It's not on this map, but you should also have this map, actually. I'm not very good with maps, so.
And I'll grab the map, guessing all of the green part on the map is where I came from. I don't know if I know maps either.
There is no green part of this map. Yeah. I mean, because this is like a regional map in Fernandir, so Volker's not on here.
Oh, okay. And yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at.
what was that?
It looks like map. I don't know where of.
Yes.
I
This is
follow
where
the street signs.
this is where we are, and I don't point to where we are.
Okay, and then
I'm gonna point to a random part of the map.
and then where is the location of where this place is? Which direction on the map?
I'm gonna hold it I'm gonna hold your hands out so you're holding the map out, and then I'm gonna be like somewhere off the map. I'm gonna go here.
You can explain this to them.
You want me to go to the regional map so that way you can?
I don't think he's trying to actually point it out.
Okay, so I pointed here for where I said we are right now, and then for this I'm gonna point can you see that?
Yeah.
That's
you
where I'm
zoom out.
pointing.
Okay. So north.
Yes.
Okay. I believe in you.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything I should ask for the group?
Ask them if they need a hug. They seem to be cranky.
Yes, sir. I will ask Nazir if anybody in this village needs a hug.
Okay, maybe not that far, but okay. Don't worry about it. Just forget the hug part.
Yes, sir.
Brodel is dead.
He clears his throat to sort of get your attention. Just like,
Oh, yeah. I'll be back.
and they walk off together. So you guys have a moment if you would like to discuss within your group. And Noel and I will go discuss this privately.
Oh, shit.
Agholor.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's supposed to drag him, I guess. I'm just playing with rocks. By the way. Just drawn on rocks.
Runes on rocks.
What?
Are you drawing runes on rocks?
Different tribalistic patterns, yeah. Not necessarily runes. Well, little
If I ever
rabbit, I
play
was just kidding about that, by the way. My little rabbit friend.
Don't do it again, or take your money.
Yo, Terrence is look up.
Do you want money?
And he always says this. I love it.
Do you need money? Is this what it is?
No. Actually, what is that? Where's my tube?
Mr. Ineffable, sir?
What?
Are you streaming, sir?
Maybe.
If not, sir, I would request your camera, sir.
Oh yeah, I can't put it on.
Oh, that's
Sorry, good luck.
unfortunate. Sorry, try again next time.
Next time.
Hammer machine broken. Sorry, it's up for repairs.
Can't help you this time.
Alright, it is glass.
It's interesting. I've never seen an orangutan that is so calm in caves like this.
I've never seen an orangutan before. Some people say I look like a black one.
This is true.
I'm gonna hug Norman and be like, see, we're like twins.
I wonder how Norma will respond to your stench.
Probably like beat my ass. I'm totally prepped for it.
And you'd be okay with it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like I'm okay if it hits me.
Huh?
No te preocupes.
Huh?
So hey Rod, how you doing? Still there, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
listening. I'm listening.
I want to beat the fuck out of Nazir. I don't want to be in the Dragon Village.
You've got no choice, buddy.
Also, stop making me sing, Hector. Stop making Quinn sing.
I haven't done that in quite a few sessions, relax.
I know, but I just have to preemptively say it.
Well, now I'm gonna start doing it more.
Next full on like BBEG is a whole ass musical.
Well,
Actually, please. I'm trying to imagine Quint singing and Hector requiring the rest of us to make performance checks to like be backup dancers, and I have a -1 to charisma. Alright.
nice.
I mean, I only have a decent like performance mod. I don't have anything decent with it. Oh my Oh my god, I just realized something.
Huh?
Hector, if you ever make us do like a talent show like that, my talent is going to be an impression of anybody ever, and I will always do it perfectly.
An impression of what?
Of anybody ever. Oh wait, no, because I need to be deceptive or persuasive with actor. Never mind. Sorry. I was going to say that the active feat gave me a little better things, but it didn't.
¿Qué?
So
Si
how
te
do you
hablara en
feel?
español, tú no me entiendes. Porque hablo muy rápido.
Quoi?
Tais-toi, pute.
How do you all feel about that Activision acquisition today?
$1 billion. Just think about that. Holy fuck.
I don't quite care for it.
You look like an NFT, Hector.
I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I need answers. What does it mean?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. It really doesn't mean anything.
Are you making fun of me?
Yes.
It's not fun.
Oh, it's always fun. The best amusement.
Who hurt you, Terrence?
Me.
Oh. Understandable. Have a nice day.
At some point, I will corrupt Nolan. Just to warn all of you, he will be indoctrinated into the hate that is my existence.
A quick question to keep my notes up to date. What session number is this?
4.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And am I the only one that thinks that Hunter has good music taste?
I don't know what half of these are. I can't.
You guys
comment.
didn't recognize all the whole Chrono Trigger music thing?
I've only played maybe 30 minutes of that game.
Oh my god, Hector.
I didn't have those consoles when I was younger.
Have you heard of emulation or so-called Zimbabwean DSs?
What the fuck, dude? Do you know the way DS? What the fuck? Zimbabwean goddamn DSs?
I don't know. No, like I'm bullshitting. It's emulators. You guys can get emulators for anything.
Yeah, but I was about to say a Zimbabwe DS.
Do you know the way, La?
Do you know the way?
I know the way.
Do you know the way to the emulation?
Yeah, when I
Okay.
was writing Brodo, he was supposed to have that accent, by the way.
Actually,
Yes.
can you please retcon it now? Can you just make that accent from now on?
Okay, so like when he comes back here, I'm gonna start talking like that. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, how have you been, my friend? My friend.
Where are you going?
Why are you running? Why are you running? Rod, what type of you do general practice at the moment? General studies?
Right now, yes. But we do see a little bit of everything.
No, I was just asking if you if you knew what specifically you were going into already. But you still have to finish med school, right?
Yeah. After that, I'm gonna go into internal medicine though.
Understand. Medicine is such a weird thing. Fucking penicillin is still a goddamn. What is it again? Fungus?
Yep. And we only use penicillin for syphilis. It is literally everything else.
It's useless for everything else.
Yep. Everything's resistant to it.
Oh god. Look at his happy ass back. I got to reveal stuff and now some of the secrets.
Yeah, everybody has secrets, dude. That's like the nature of this. It's like how D&D works, bro. What do you mean?
I don't have any secrets.
Yeah, you do. The biggest secret of all. Why do you like to sleep so fucking?
Somebody already figured it out.
He has depression.
It's the joints. No, bro, it's the joints. Having to get that big, it's got to rest up.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, Nazir and Jasper return. They seem to be in good spirits, talking to each other in Draconic, having a good old time. You see that they each carry a piece of paper that is sealed, rolled up in some way, and Nazir addresses all of you and he says, I like this leader that you have. He is a very sensible man, and we have certainly come to an agreement that I think is going to be beneficial and work for all of us.
Since when is he the leader?
I forgot to mention that I'm just a butler. Good
Oh,
sir.
the butler it is a waste if you ask me, but it is none of my business, so it is of no matter.
You are damn right. It's not your business. I'm not actually saying this. I was actually testing something out. Try.
Anywho, so we shall cease our supply raids on the immediate area for a time, and as long as our conditions have been met by then, and we have a belief that things can become better, at that time, of course, these raids would stop. If we do not receive this evidence by then unfortunately we will be forced to do what we must in order to survive. But this has been a most fruitful of meetings, and I do sincerely hope, for the sake of all of us and for Nandir as well, that you are successful in your endeavors and that we may have a mutually beneficial relationship going forward.
Indeed, sir.
So, what all was discussed?
Telepathically, I want to ask Jasper, what are the conditions?
Are you gonna butt his head in the?
Is that how I have to start it from now on? Is that canon now?
You can do whatever you want.
You asked what the conditions were.
Mhm.
Jasper telepathically will say,
You make sure that they.
oh, let me restart that.
What?
I have to restart it because I got the wording wrong. Have to make sure. This is literally just me having a brain fart. I'm sorry. Oh. And we have to gather more forces.
For fighting, protection.
Or protection for the farmlands.
Why?
These farmlands are uninhabited, but they are rather valuable. They want to make sure that it is not going to be a danger for any of them if they were to make their way up there.
Understand.
But until then, they said that they would not raid for the next 6 weeks.
It's a little peculiar that the raiders don't want to raid this one time, but I digress.
So did you say that out loud in common? Or is that you as Hector commenting that?
I thought we were speaking privately, us people.
Oh, so they're communicating telepathically.
Oh, sorry, I
What the
missed that.
conditions are right in front of his face.
He's like in your group at this point. This is not a private.
Yeah,
Oh.
he just
You
ran
can
up and
see
gave me the
Jasper and
biggest
Tanine
concussion.
intensely stare at each other.
Yeah. So Tanine just concuss our boy over here in front of everybody. Yeah. And then
I just walk up to the both of them, headbutt Jasper. He's not the leader.
Yes. So,
In that split second, that's the entire conversation that's happening.
I think what's funnier is what follows the headbutt, because you run up, you headbutt, and then just staring for the entire conversation.
Yeah, and then it's nothing because it's
Beautiful.
Yes. So the remainder of you do have is there anything else that you have to offer me, or anything to look for yourselves, or have we concluded our business for today?
Do you have any information on the Forsaken?
What sort of thing are you looking for? I mean, we have charted out various patches that could potentially be of use, but
Do you know anything about the land itself? Not its
only that it
roots.
is desolate and containing powerful necrotic energy that prevents any sort of life from growing on it. It is a nasty, nasty place, and they say that those who roam its grounds are doomed to die.
At the like sound of the word, hearing the word necrotic, that's when like my demeanor would have been dropped and just more saddened instead of like more on guard. And I'll just be like, thank you, and then I'll just walk back.
There's a history amongst our people, Dragon. So, young hatchling, you must. It's probably not the best place for you.
I was there once without my knowing.
I see it has left its mark upon you. He looks at you from head to toe. So without further ado, I have matters to attend to for my own people, and we would be more than happy to escort you out of our grounds.
Good.
Anything else that anybody wants to say? Hector or Pam or Terrence?
No.
There is no Hector in this game. There's only Broldale.
Fuck off!
I'm good because I was just kind of along the ride for this one.
Well, is there anything you want to say to Nazia?
I do not think I want to say anything. But I do want to know. I do want to know. Ah, fuck! Now you fucked me up. As soon as I heard that, no.
What?
He would just be more curious if this was. I guess the only real thing I would ask is, so Nazir, then, how did your people find this place? Was it a natural formation, or?
Yes, most of it, yes. Otherwise, there were some tunnels that needed to be built, or dug rather. But most of this is natural. It is quite beautiful, is it not?
It it is interesting to say the least. No, have you discovered anything as you were digging these tunnels? Anything of historic value, perhaps?
Historical value, perhaps not. I mean, there are probably things that are deeper in that possess some sort of magics that we do not understand nor have use of. That is merely my conjecture. I do not know for certain.
Okay, you guys heard them. There's magic further on. Well,
I wish-
if that is all, if that's all the business, I suppose we should head out. But the real question is, will we be going to? I believe somebody had some sort of side quest that we had to attend to.
We need to stop by the nearest town over, whatever.
I didn't write it in my
Roll me
notes
history check.
because.
Roll me
It's the
his-
one right next to Brefa.
Oh wait, no, wait, hold up. It's. I got it right here. It's, in Vitera.
Yeah. Oh.
Tanine, roll me a history check.
Oh God. Am I even good at those? Somewhat. I got a 15.
Yeah. So the thing about Dweima that he had said the next town over, he said if you cannot resolve the issue with the Draconians yourselves, then deliver this letter so that way we can have military support. So you gather that since you were able to get them to swear off raiding for the next 6 weeks or so at least, that they no longer need the additional military backup.
Oh, okay. So our quest is complete, and that's the campaign. All right.
Job, guys. Rod, I hope you had a great time.
Thanks for the session. Fantastic.
I don't remember.
Nolan completely forgot there was an extra person here.
Yeah. So are you? So there, he's leading you out at this point. I would assume that you guys would follow him.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Go for it.
I'm gonna be trailing behind.
Oh boy.
Not stealing anything. Don't worry. I'm gonna be like during that whole meeting. I'm gonna have been kind of in a corner, trying to study that object I have.
Okay.
And figure it out. I'm kind of just trailing behind a little bit, staring at it, trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So it does seem like there are a couple pieces to it, right? So it's definitely one object. But I nobody make fun of me for this. But basically, like the
Is it a fucking dildo tube?
it's broken down into like thirds, and they can
Three
twist.
dildos?
They can twist, and then there are little knobs on each of the thirds. So you can
I
get it
have
to move around.
a fucking dildo.
I hate all of you.
It's a ribbed extend dildo.
Okay, shut up. All right, it's gonna make sense. But the sections of it do twist. So there is a little bit of movement there, but it is one object that does not come apart.
How do I activate vibration?
I hate all of you. I hate all of you so much. Anyway.
I'm sorry,
know
I
the
missed the description. Can you describe it to me again?
the second I visualized it in my head, I'm like, fuck.
Imagine if this is how Hector described the glass staff.
Which, by the it is made out of glass, so there is that.
I think we need a diagram.
Not for you guys on the owl bear. Okay, yeah.
Draws a giant dick.
Nah, I'll be me personally. After we leave, while you were having your meeting, I was like, doing some like carving on rocks. I would have handed it to him and say like, you have beautiful rocks here, by the way. This is for you and your people to keep. Yes.
Well, thank you. Is what is the carving?
It's like various like he probably wouldn't understand, but it's various like giant rune
Mhm.
like carvings.
Well, you only get additional giant runes at specific levels, right?
These aren't actual. It's just for flavor.
No, I know. I'm just asking for myself.
Those kind, yes, but
Okay.
um,
But these are just like runes like written out, not
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
like.
So they're just like essentially words in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So in that case, he's gonna lead you guys outside. After you're done fiddling with your various objects and having your meetings. Armek has left you guys at this point. She did thank you all. She did thank you all for, allowing her to live and for giving her people a chance. But she does have a family here that she needs to go back to. Obviously, she doesn't want to just, join you guys. She has a life here. So she has left you guys at this point. So if you could have given any final things you wanted to say to her. But she is no longer with you guys at this point. Classic. Oh, you're not even a bard though. One of the Draconians leads you out, and then once he gets towards the plateau, the entrance to it where you guys are set to leave, he just grabs Jasper by the arm and he just says a quick thank you. And then once you guys leave, he just turns around and goes back inside. So you guys are now, the world is your oyster at this point. You can go wherever you'd like. You are still in the heart of the rocky area in the middle of Frenendir. But you can get your bearings and have an idea of where to go.
Well, personally, I do remember there's a couple of things that I recall. Well, firstly, we do have those 2 bounties we could pursue at one point. We have to, I guess, now find recruits for Jasper's newfound land for these folk. And then I believe the old man also wanted us to go to Duema, I believe, to bring some sort of letter, if I'm not mistaken. I believe those are the options, essentially.
Now, Tanin, you would recall that he is mistaken.
I want to go to Vatera.
Yeah.
I could have sworn there's... Okay, that's fine.
As I'll hand you the letter.
Okay.
Once we were in eyesight out of the scouts, or at least where it felt safe, every half mile or so, facing north always, I would have inscripted on a tree just a little rose. Like just drawn a little rose on it.
Yeah, for sure. Which direction are you guys headed? Do you know? By the way, so a quick retcon here. I had given you guys cities that those wanted posters, the last place that they were seen, those are swapped actually. I wrote those incorrectly. So the halfling woman that was part of the Slayers, she was last seen near Vatera, and the half orc with the Vitalist, he was last seen near Obsdalen. So I got that wrong. Those are actually switched.
All right, I wrote that in my notes. So Jesper, now that we are, without the ears of the Draconians, do you mind telling us a little bit more information about finding these, I guess, cell swords for these people?
Yes. Well, I don't know where to find them.
It's just any, or is it just anybody?
Yes, it's just, they don't feel comfortable going there on their own.
Interesting. Well, all right then. I have no particular preferences. Sorry, go ahead. But
yes, we just need to build. We need to build bigger.
Build bigger. Got it. Are there any places that you personally would suggest that we can perhaps begin looking for these people?
Sure. Well, we could go either way. It is up to you, sir, and the others, as to whether we chase these bounties.
Now,
Real quick before we go, Jasper, what is your connections to the lands you told the Draconians?
is where I used to be a butler.
Your most recent place.
Yes. It was the estate of Gurdigraph.
Interesting. Conversation topic for another time. Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it,
Looking at the rest of you again. I need to go to Vetera, but we have pretty much exactly the amount of time we have to bring them their supplies and to bring support.
And
So,
and Felona, what do you say about this? I don't know which direction you are already headed before we basically kidnapped you and your orangutan, I suppose.
I mean, I can pretty much do what I'm doing anywhere. When I was on my own, I was thinking maybe Volcra to speak with some druids that I've heard of there. Especially now that I know that there is some sort of magic between Norman and I. But also Rumengard. But I mean, I can ask my questions anywhere, I'm sure.
Ah, Rumengard is a beautiful place. But okay, so no preference then?
No.
And what say you, little bunny?
I would. Can we delay Vatera for a little bit?
for what and how long?
Forever?
What is so bad about Viterra, little bunny?
I can't really talk about it.
What have you done there?
It's in the contract.
Where's the contract?
I signed an NDA.
She only shined. She only signed because the pen was shiny.
Bunny, not to intrude, but if we are to trust you, perhaps this is an important factor that we must know. Don't you agree?
Your petty thefts are fun in games.
Tanin,
What?
chill out.
See, they're fun. But not everybody thinks they're fun.
What did you
Okay.
take?
I do agree with Tanin on this one. You probably stole something, did you? Did you not?
I might have.
And is
What
this something?
did you take?
Are they
I don't
looking
know
for
what I
you?
took. It wasn't even shiny. I just took it, and people got mad, and then I left. And I made myself look like a different person, and I ran away.
You can make yourself look like different people.
Do I have it prepared?
I
Yes,
don't
I
know
can.
inspirations. I think you know your spell, so if you know it, then you should.
Yeah,
yeah.
I do have it prepared. I use cast disguise self, and make myself look like a gnome.
This may be useful, although I will have to be honest, it makes me a little worried, but we'll see what happens. Well, if it were up to me, Obsdalin is to the left, and I like to go to the left, but that's just my opinion. It is up to everybody else.
I like
You
to.
need to do an Abstalin.
Yeah, I just love the logic to that.
Yeah.
I like going to the left.
It just brings me happiness to go left.
If you look south, Vetera is to the left.
This is true, but why look down when you can look up?
perhaps there is some, maybe a carriage or some horses that we could use at Obsdalin.
Obsdalin.
To get some faster transport to perhaps Duera or Vetera when we wish to go there later, or perhaps Volcra for law.
You said that we're like basically in like the N of where Frenendir is, right here.
You're right around here, so it could probably
Oh,
you could if you head straight for the trail, you could get there by the end of the day, and then I mean, in terms of wherever you want to go, obviously it's a longer trip to get to Viterra than it is to get to Obstallen, but you are on somewhat of a time crunch. So if you were to get a carriage in Obstallen, you could probably make it back to Viterra in time.
But we have the time to come back to the Draconians.
I'm calling an
so
audible. We're
those
going
are
to trivia
different-
instead.
Those are different deadlines.
Were they not both the week and one was 5 and one was 6 weeks?
His deadline is 9 days after yours.
Okay.
So your deadline is more important.
Your deadline in Viterra is fast.
To me, it's more important than these fucking Draconians. I'll tell you that.
Well, Tanine's not saying that, so
Also,
To me, these Viterra is so much more important than these fucking dragons.
I can just probably tell them via a spell. I don't need to be there in person to tell them.
Oh no, do you get sending? Oh no.
I already have it.
Yes.
And it is prepped.
All I will say to you is, I'm not against going to Obstallen, but Obstallen is definitely not friendly to them, nor to me.
well,
I didn't steal anything, I swear.
although it's not to the left, I suppose we can go to Viterra. No problem.
Yay!
All agreed?
No.
All important agreed?
It's fine with me.
Oh no!
Okay.
I have an idea,
All the
little
important
rabbit.
decisions have made.
Do you disguise yourself as maybe a dwarf this time? They will never know.
Maybe you can disguise yourself as somebody who wants to help out the team. Maybe.
Instead of maybe jumping on the roofs and running away.
Well, let's head out. Yes, we are diddly daddling. It's something that Draconian could not figure out. But anyway.
I feel attacked.
If anything, we can stop by trivia.
Okay, let's not add a third. You know, I was joking about this. Let's not add another option, please.
Okay.
We're gonna head to the.
Either way, you guys are heading north towards Brock's Way. Either way, no matter where you're going. So you could definitely get started on that. Here we're just gonna take a 5-minute break, so everybody can grab some water or head to the bathroom. That was yeah.
Agholor.
I do have to say though, this whole draconian thing did not remotely go the way I thought it was, and I love it.
Yay.
I mean, he started off with like threatening to feed my
No break.
internals to myself.
Eddie said no break.
Who?
Eddie.
Not this campaign.
What do you mean no break? Oh, he doesn't want to break in that campaign?
He wants to keep watching. He wants to see
Oh.
what happens.
Oh, Eddie's watching. Okay. Yeah. No
Oh.
break. We're still talking about it.
5-minute break.
Um,
Sorry, Eddie. Yeah, we'll get back here at around 10:26, 10:27.
Good luck.
Yeah, just make sure that you guys do have a consensus on where you're going. I mean, you don't. It doesn't have to be unanimous, but as long as people know roughly what direction they're going.
Which way will we most likely encounter a tiefling?
Can we please see the massive like party split where everybody goes to Viterra except for Genevieve and she just bails the other way?
Hey, you're gonna have to fucking manage that, oh
Like,
boy.
all right. Meanwhile,
Alright, I'll be right back. I'll get something to drink.
in the second city map, you made me prep.
That's right. You busy day at work today. You didn't prep anything. Make you prep double the work today.
Fucking miserable. I got nothing done today just because it was nonstop. It was awful. I'll have if you guys do get to Terra by the end of the session today, there won't be a map, but I should have one ready for you next week. I'm gonna get refill my water bottle.
So at some point, I'm gonna need you guys to actually type your names because I hear you guys say them, but I have no clue how to spell your names. Maybe Genevieve. And Jesper is his name?
D&D
Jasper?
Beyond.
All right, shit, that shit exists. Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
How dare you acknowledge his request?
Yeah, I wasn't here. Are we putting names in general chat?
I was asking for the spelling of your guys' names, but Raph reminded me that D&D Beyond is a thing, and I can actually just look them up there. So no worries.
Got you.
Who's ready to make Hunter prep 4 towns and never tell him which one we go to?
We should be just outside of the gates of Viterra, and then be like, actually, we're gonna go to Obdalon.
Actually, fuck it, I'm going into the Holy Lake. Or whatever that shit is called.
I'm going back to the woods. Screw you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say, just let's go visit every single gate of every single city, but never go inside a city. Just spend our days in the wilderness.
Are we edging cities now?
I mean, I got the dildo for it.
You're a dangerous boy. The edging thief, Genevieve. Oh. Nolan trying to hold himself back.
Just wait. Just
Work.
wait until I get.
They don't do this in improv, huh?
Just wait until I get Eldritch Cannon and start blasting all over the place.
Oh my
Jesus.
god. But you
We
shoot
play-
always right next to them, so you edge them as well. Why am I allowed to own a gun? These are the jokes I make. So do any of you guys sew? Because I'm really into sewing.
Crochet.
I've never learned how to crochet, and that's actually something I want to learn how to do.
It, I think, what is it? I learned how to crochet when I was like 7, because my mom would knit, but I would poke myself with her needles, and I didn't like it. So she was like, fine, I'll just get you like a crochet hook.
That's the same way. That's the same reason I know how to do like sewing. Started off with the needles because grandma always coming in clutch. You got a little hole in your pants? I got you, BB. And then onto the sewing machine. I wish I learned how to make clothes though fully.
Also, Rod, by the way, their tokens do have their names on them. So once we get to an actual map where their tokens are dropped, then you'll be able to see all their names.
Wait.
All right, is everybody here?
Yeah, Raph also told me about D&D Beyond, which I had completely forgotten about.
Oh,
yeah, thanks.
true. Yes, there's a campaign. I'm curious though. What did you guys talk about when Nazir and Jasper stepped away?
What did we talk about? Brodel has a new accent. Well, Brodel has a retconned accent.
A retcon accent, sure.
That's from what he told us. That's supposed to be the true Brodel accent.
Okay, that's totally fine. I think that's so funny. Okay, so if everybody is here, Hector, are you there? Because I can see
Wait.
everybody else's mics was on.
I speak to Hector and Giant. Hector, are you here? Hector, we're gonna start. Hector,
We're going to start. We need to begin.
But we did talk about edging, though. We'll tell you that.
We have to shock the masses. Hector, you're muted. I don't want to start until I know that you're back. If you just want to type anything or say anything, or fuck it, you can roll a dice on Owlbear.
we get into a fight with a giant. Genevieve can just go. Wow, I was going to kill you.
That's not funny.
Do you think giants work the same way elephants do? So if they see anything small and mouse-like, they're gonna instantly get scared?
That's canon. No.
Did any of you watch the fucking Exandria mini campaign? If none of you did, there's a beautiful moment where they outsmart the DM because there's a whole ass crocodile, and as a Floridian, they knew the whole moment that if you can pin a crocodile on its back for 30 seconds,
It dies.
it is incapacitated. In real life. Same thing with the shark.
Alright, so what
So they were huh? You explain biology.
Fair enough. Anywho, okay, so we are gonna get. You guys are gonna be heading north either way, and then you can estimate by the time you get to the trail, because you don't have to look for the signs anymore, so you're not really slowed down by having to see exactly where the hideout is. You can just head straight north, and you could probably get to Brock's Way by the end of the day. At which point, at nighttime, perhaps you guys could further discuss which direction you would like to head in. But
wait, are we still disagreeing?
I know Genevieve definitely had something that she was disagreeing with, but you guys can. I mean, either way, you could figure out or solidify where you're going at the end of the day. So, as you guys head off along the pathway here, can I just get survival checks from everybody to see how well you're able to situate yourself and orient yourself given the setting sun and things like that? Because at this point it is probably like early afternoon.
What is it for exactly? What was it? What was the check?
Survival.
That's an 8 for me.
That's a 19.
Hold on, I
19?
don't remember if fighters had something or guys had something for
25.
Survival is a wisdom.
25.
25.
Hey.
No, not just 25.
Like, it's genuinely the only other thing aside from medicine that I have a high modifier in.
I got a 9.
9? Okay, yeah. And with a 15 and 25 at this point, breezing right through it. So you guys are able to, just by looking at the trajectory of the celestial bodies above you, you can definitely see which direction is straight towards Brock's Way. And with a high roll, you're able to just navigate directly in and out of all of the rocky terrain here. You don't get stuck in any crevices or fall into any sort of natural pit traps. You also don't seem to be encountering any sort of dangerous wildlife or anything like that, so that seems to be going just fine. You guys can all roll me a perception check, though, as night does begin to fall, and you do see off in the distance. You begin to see the telltale signs of the commonly walked Brock's Way.
16.
I got a 6.
A 9,
19.
a 6, 13,
19 for me.
19.
19 for me as well.
19, yeah. So you guys do, as the daylight begins to fade here. It's probably about 6-7 p.m. And you guys are making your way
Downtown?
onto the trail. So you guys would be coming in from this way, and this is where it begins to lead off towards Brock's Way. So you're not in the trailway proper at this point, but you're like right next to it, and you see Genevieve and Lore first, obviously. You see off in the distance here a tiefling man in a coat that seems to be just minding his own business and whistling as he approaches the walkway here. So, Rod, if you would like to introduce your character while I drop everybody's token.
Oh man, here we go. All right, cool. So, what you guys see is a very cocky-looking tiefling, just walking with all the confidence in the world, playing with a little deck of cards while he's whistling, going about his way. He has a pretty like rugged set of clothes on, nothing too fancy, nothing too dirty either, and a spectacular just purple trench coat that's like almost flapping with the wind as he's walking by.
Oh,
Yeah,
why do
he's also
I have to
he's
be
also
front?
red-skinned, and his eyes are purple with a slit pupil.
Yeah, for sure. And you see this guy just minding his business. I don't know if you'd be whistling or whatever you'd be doing as you're just meandering about here. And you see this man, so you guys can go ahead and situate yourselves on the map, and then approach or whatever you'd like to do.
What in the unholy fuck is that?
Deneen, relax.
I'm hiding.
What is it?
I do not know, but if we stand still, perhaps it will just go away.
I will instantly pose as a tree. Just T-posing.
Roll me a deception check at disadvantage.
I will do this.
Am I about to get bullshitted by a fake-ass tree?
I rolled a nat
7.
1. I rolled a nat 1 to hide behind this giant rock thing.
You guys are yeah. So Genevieve is invisible, right? Nobody can see her at this point. Honestly, you guys are probably gonna have difficulty finding her for when you do head over to Viterra, just because completely out of sight at this point. And Tanine is just rigid.
T-posing
You're
on
not
the
sure
street.
what's going on. Yeah, you're not sure what's going on. He thinks he's doing something. Everybody else is confused. Go. And Rod, you should be able to move your character as well, by the way.
Is it still looking
Hey, Jasper! What do you think? What is that over there? Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah.
What are they?
That's what is it?
It's a
Would I
tiefling.
know? Oh shoot. Would I know that?
Do you speak Infernal by any chance?
I mean, tieflings. You would have encountered tieflings before, yeah. I mean, maybe not. They would have been very rare for you, especially given your occupation. But you would have, if you haven't seen one, you definitely would have heard of them. I mean,
Okay. I will turn back and say in giant.
He's a tiefling. Very rare.
Also, Hunter, apparently I can't move my token, so I'll just like signal with a laser wherever.
You can't move it? Ooh. Okay.
Well, maybe we just go say hi.
I mean, it is just like dragging and dropping, right? To move the token.
So you should have. Do you have the hand enabled?
Yes, I do.
The move tool. That you should be able to click any token and drag it around.
I can click on Jasper's. I can't click on Lore's.
If you press and hold it, you can't move it around.
Let me try. Nope, nothing.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we'll get that sorted out between sessions, but this week I'll just I'll move it around for you.
And I'll try the giant.
After you, Master Brodo.
I mean, I'll approach them first since none of them seem to be doing anything and are just strange. And it will be ah oui, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour.
Hey,
Hello,
hey,
travelers.
relax, guy. I would have started stepping up as well as after Jasper and I had that little thing. Hey, no need to be so hasty now. We are just traveling here. We don't know who you are or what
Your
you are.
travelers? Ah, perfect. Oui. Just what I was looking for. I have some very good magical items that you would like to see, right?
Wait, we're just going to go our way. You can go your way. We mean you no troubles though. I don't think we're interested in magic items.
Well, I mean, I am on my way to Vitera, but if I know I am a merchant of magic items, you know. So as you can see, I have very many things, and I'll open the coat, and in the coat you'll see a pair of daggers, a crossbow, a short sword, a spear, and a book.
Oh, that's interesting because you see, luck would have it, or unluck, I should say. We were about to go to Vitera, but suddenly I think we suddenly want to go the other way.
Can I
What am I supposed to do? Understandable. Have a nice day.
I'm not stopping from going to Vitera.
I'm just kidding. No. It seems that you have quite a lot of shiny items there. Yes.
Why, yes, and they are also magical. If you would like to try one, I can show you what they do as well.
Can I send a message to Jasper? Fancy man, is the scary thing gone?
Can I respond?
Yep.
Oh,
You can reply to this message.
No. Scary thing is no longer scary. That, you should get that looked at.
Can I steal from him?
You can buy from him with your shinies.
I don't buy.
Do I
I
s-
steal. I take.
Do I see Genevieve, by the way?
It's hard because she is somewhat behind like a rock cropping, and she's a small creature. But she rolled a nat 1 on her stealth check, so you saw her like sprint over towards the rock, trip on a rock, face plant immediately into the ground, get up, and then just keep sprinting like nobody saw her.
Sure. So I know like she's somewhere behind that rock.
Yeah, but she is
For
a
now.
she is a small creature behind a very large rock.
Gotcha.
I would like to check out the book that you have there.
No. I am very sorry, but the book is not for sale. Everything else is up for grabs.
Do you believe this guy? He shows us that he's anyway. What is your name?
Oui. Je m'appelle Philippe. That means that my name is Philippe.
Bonjour.
Hold on, sorry. Just to double check here, is infernal French now?
I have no clue. Like, I don't know how to speak French. I'm just bullshitting a French accent.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Close enough. It's working.
No, because I'm like, all right. So if giant is Arnold, and primordial is Spanish, then French is infernal, I guess.
Well,
Sure.
all right. I guess we're gonna have to learn some French. What brings you around here? I don't think we are interested in purchasing just daggers. I think we're unless I mean, guys, I don't know what to do here.
I don't have a particular need for weapons as well, but perhaps do you have anything other than your daggers that you are selling?
Well, what would you be looking for other than daggers? Or short swords or crossbows?
Are you friend or foe?
Am I what, sorry?
Are you friend or foe?
Well, so far I have not done anything to be hostile to you, so I am a good friend of yours, of course.
Frodo? What do you think?
He seems like a nice guy, but I've never seen people like him before, so I'm more intrigued on his demeanor. But from what I've learned so far, that is not such a nice thing to say out loud. I realize.
Hey, no offense. You kind of look evil. Are you evil?
Gosh, just ignore him.
I mean, aren't we all evil deep down inside, a good friend, eh? I also
No.
have a magical hammer.
No, I'm not evil deep down inside. I'm trying to cure this.
Sacre bleu, what do you mean? We are all evil, aren't we?
Okay, don't worry. You seem like more joking men than evil men. Um, I am personally not here for any material gain, so none of what you have is any of interest to me, unless you have super healing potion.
No. Healing potion I do not deal with. I deal with magical weapons and the one magic hammer I have too.
I have a magic mace, so pretty cool.
What
I like you.
what kind
Ah,
of
oui.
hammer are we talking about here?
I will look through my backpack and I will pull out my hammer and I will show my hammer. I will say, you see this hammer, it is not any ordinary hammer. This hammer is forged in the fires of the great lands of the Plain of Fire. Even some rumors say a little bit from the hills. And with this hammer you are able to build anything you want. Usually just with a little tap, get the necessary materials, just little tap and done, it is built.
Do you mind, giving us a demonstration? Yeah, maybe on those rocks over there. Make like
Well, I mean,
a chair or something.
I don't mean like you just tap anything and it just becomes it. Let's say you want to build house, right? You would grab the planks and then you grab the nails and everything you want to build the house and then think and boom, the house is appeared.
How much?
For that hammer, that would be 15 gold pieces.
15 gold pieces.
Jasper, you broken again.
Sorry, did I lag?
No. Like I was role playing that. You didn't like or anything.
Oh, yeah, I know. Deal. And I'll immediately hand him 15 gold pieces.
Very well. I will give him the hammer.
The raise.
Rod starts playing, already making profit.
That's how it is, baby.
Lord. Is there anything he has
So
that interests you?
while going down.
Yes, my child.
While this is happening, Genevieve was beginning to skirt around the back of the rocks here. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh God.
So, so as you start to turn the corner and you keep your eyes just trained on the tiefling here, Philippe, I believe, the entire time. Which, yeah, sorry, I didn't change your name, but they're on the campaign, so.
Yeah, no worries. Like it's a bullshit name meta.
You begin to back up, keeping your eyes trained on him the entire time, and you bump into something, and you're like, oh, I just hit the rock. Let me just adjust myself. So you turn around, and something wet hits your face, and it's weird because this is very clear sky. Wouldn't expect to be any rain, and so when you turn around, you see two very hairy, knobbly legs, and you look up, and you realize that it was slobbering over you the entire time as you were getting closer. As there is a massive hairy creature, a couple of them right here around the corner of the rock here, So to resolve this, I need everybody to roll initiative.
By the way,
Can we elect never to meet anybody again? Because we get attacked every time we meet somebody.
Every time.
if anybody wanted the dagger,
Okay, to
If
be
there's
fair,
anybody ever in the woods, we never talk to them ever again.
to be fair, it's only twice.
Well,
I'm
you
not
only
gonna
need,
go for a
you only
third.
need 2
I'm not
data
gonna go
points
for
to
a
make a
third.
line. So,
I think that was my first good initiative roll.
a 2.
Yeah.
Well, I made up for it because I rolled a nat 1, so my initiative's 3.
Oh, all right.
Drop in
initiative
that
down-
counter.
all right,
Yes,
initiative
sir.
down here. Let me go ahead and drop your tokens so you guys can place yourselves on the initiative.
I got a
tracker.
17.
I am gonna try to switch browsers, see if that's the problem.
Yeah, just go ahead and re-click the link, see if that's an issue. Otherwise, I can fix it for you. What'd you roll in your initiative? I can do that while you're doing that.
I got a 17.
Um,
That's a pretty good first campaign roll.
what's your dex?
+2.
He's first.
He's first. Okay.
Wow, Jasper got first.
I got a 19 minus 1.
Wow.
All right, let's go.
You have negative dex?
I got a negative dex.
Lore, what is your dex?
That's an interesting build.
Lore, what is your dex?
Mine is a 15.
I changed the browser and I can now move my token. That was the problem.
Delicious. Okay.
Were you on Mozilla?
I was on a browser called Brave.
That's
This
brave
man's on
of
the
you.
dark net, bro. Already
Dude,
sus.
shit's the best thing ever. Fastest browser you're ever gonna work with.
Can't move your
yeah.
tokens though.
So Genevieve, I'll say this first round here, nobody's able to react to it because you guys aren't generally aware that this is happening in the background. This hungering creature is just looming over you, just and it's gonna go ahead and try and make an attack at you, and then we'll just begin the top of initiative.
Since we have no idea what's happening, I'll just be like, well, is your pretty coat for sale there?
What's your AC, Genevieve?
13.
Okay, so both of those are gonna hit actually.
Yummy.
If you guys don't know what's going on, Genevieve gets killed.
For minimum damage, you take 6 piercing damage.
6.
As it just goes ahead and reaches down and just bites into you. That is going to be its initial reaction, and then we'll just begin the top of initiative. So Jasper, you hear something going on in the background. I don't know if Genevieve would have yelped, or you definitely do hear the hunger of these creatures behind you, and as well as some sort of bite.
Okay. Can I assume it's danger?
You can assume whatever you'd like to assume.
I assume it's danger. So, I'm gonna turn around after hearing that and try to just see where it came from.
Mhm.
Am I able to see what's happening?
Oh yeah, from there you can see very clearly.
Okay, perfect. I would like to cast command.
Yeah, for sure. What would you like to command it to?
I would like to command it to drop.
For sure. Yeah. So
No, not drop. Grovel.
Okay. Yeah. And which one is that for? I'm assuming this is the white one here.
Yes.
Yeah. So it fails. And it seems to. Ooh. Does it have to understand the language?
Yes. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the wording is like one that hears you.
Was this for command, right?
Yeah, command. I think it might have to understand it. If it doesn't understand your language, yeah, unfortunately. So as your command to grovel reaches out, it falls upon deaf ears, and it seems to be completely ignorant of that attempt. It's focusing on the meal that is directly in front of it. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. Can I bonus action bonus action channel divinity.
Yep.
I want to just try to figure out what is this thing.
Yeah. Knowledge domain divinity. Yeah. So sorry. Let me just find out.
Oh no, that's an action. Sorry, that's an action. I can't channel divinity.
Gotcha. Would this be knowledge of the ages?
Yes.
So that would just be choosing one skill or tool that you could gain proficiency in. So we're gonna go to the next turn. If you want, you can roll me a nature check to see if you can find out what this creature is.
Okay.
But you are up, and Broldle's on deck.
That was your
Shade
bad.
or one. That is you.
Sorry, my bad. Okay, so do I notice anything? Because if I don't, I'm just gonna keep on selling shit.
Yeah, roll me a perception check. For something else. Yeah.
18.
Okay. You don't see anything going on with the bunny at all, actually. But out of the corner of your eye, creeping around the side of the rock here, you actually do see a couple more of these creatures beginning to skirt their way around this way.
Okay. I will then grab my trench coat that I had open, close it immediately, and point and say, Mon chéri, I think you might want to be careful with that. And I will open my hand, and red energy will charge up, and I will shoot 2 bolts of Eldritch Blast for the first time.
For the first time, let's go. All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
I think, do I am I in range? Oh yeah, for sure. I'll make them both hit that guy. Sorry, this guy, the first guy.
The first guy, yeah, you're definitely in range for that. Go ahead.
Fuck, that's a 10 to hit.
All right. And is there any sort of invocation that you have on this?
No, vanilla Eldritch Blast.
Classic. Let me. That definitely does hit.
A 10?
No, sorry, 10. My apologies. That does not hit. So that just skirts off to the side. It seems like it caught you unawares on this one, and the second one.
24.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that one's gonna hit. So go ahead and roll your damage on that one.
Shit, that fell to the floor. 9 points of force damage.
Yeah, for sure. Let me go ahead and keep track of this. All right, 9 points of force. For sure, as this purple one, you although you didn't see it the first time, so you missed on the first one. That second blast does catch it right in its gut, and it just lets out and seems to take that damage. Anything else on your turn?
I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30, going around the rock.
For sure.
Like that.
All right. Yeah.
Fuck.
Oof.
There you go.
Yeah, not a problem.
That'll be it.
Okay, Broldle, you are up.
After I see him close up the nice shiny cool looking cape, I'm gonna see where the hell he shot at, see that, and I'm gonna say, only Jasper knows what I'm saying, it's go time!
I hate this so much.
And yeah, so what is that? 5, 10, 15, 20. Damn, I can't reach them. Fuck. I will go ahead and just step to the side a little bit, and with my crossbow I will fire a bolt.
Yeah, go ahead and shoot.
Yes, sir. I realized I never added it to my inventory when I picked it up off of the thing. Bear with me one second.
This is the big boy crossbow. All right. So this you would not be proficient in, just because it is a little bit of a different weapon. But go ahead and.
So it's not a martial weapon?
It is kind of homemade. Just go ahead and roll it just like a normal crossbow at this point, and then you saw the damage, right?
No, I don't remember. I thought it was just a regular. I completely forgot that you were doing something else.
No, it is. It is a massive one. It even has a strength requirement. I believe it is. Actually, yeah. So you roll without proficiency, because it is very makeshift, and then it deals 2d10 piercing.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'm just adding my dexterity then, I assume.
Yes.
Not my thing. Okay. That's a 15 to hit.
15 is going to hit the purple one. Go ahead and roll your damage.
And that was 2d what?
2d10.
Sounds good. That is 10.
10 points of damage on the purple one again, I'm assuming. For sure.
And extra attack, I'll just go for it again.
So with your extra attack, you're gonna.
Oh
go
wait,
ahead and
actually, yeah. After I shoot, then I'm just gonna drop it, and end my turn as I'm gonna start taking out my sword and warhammer.
Okay.
But I'll pass the rest of my turn for this.
All right, that is that. Next up is going to be this guy who is going to go ahead and come around from the back of the rock here. Just let me see.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so it is going to go over here and join its brethren over by Genevieve, and go ahead and make a couple attacks at him. Those are both going to hit. So it's going to go ahead and take the glaive that's behind its back, and it's going to slice down with it and catch you on your shoulder, and then once again on the upswing. That deals 19 points of piercing damage. Of slashing damage, as it slices into you with this glaive a couple of times here. That is the end of its turn. Genevieve, you are up. Yes.
Okay. I'm not looking too hot right now. Bonus action. I'm gonna use cunning action to disengage,
For sure.
and then I'm gonna run over to Jasper. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I'm gonna run over here to Jasper.
All right. And with your action?
I'm gonna shoot my crossbow.
Go for it.
I am assuming a 22 will hit.
22 will hit. Yeah, go ahead and just roll straight damage, no sneak attack.
Yep. That is 4 damage as I'm running away.
Yeah, for sure. Onto the guy that just hit you, or the guy that hit you in the first place?
The one that just slashed out on me.
Just slash A. All right, yeah. So as you're running away, you just kind of look back and bing, and shoot off this crossbow. It does catch it in its forearm, and it does look at you with bloodlust in its eyes. That is that. Next, we have these guys who are going to run around the rock here. Yada yada, and let's see. And then this one is going to dash and go over here towards Tanine. So the purple one is going to go ahead and take some shots at Norman. What's Norman's AC?
I'm looking. It is. So it's 13 plus 3,
So 16.
16. Yeah.
All right, so the first one is going to miss. So it tries and and digs into his side with its claw. And it doesn't manage to really be able to scratch the surface of his thick hide. But with the second one, he does get his claws inside, and he suffers. He suffers 8 points of piercing damage. Or slashing damage, my apologies. And then the green one is going to go ahead and try and do the same thing to you. And what's your AC? Sorry?
18.
18. So it tries and takes a bite and a claw at you, but you manage to just sidestep out of the way, and both of those go wide. That is the end of their turn. Tanine, you are up with Lore on deck.
What was the damage that Norman took again? I'm sorry.
I believe it was 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Sorry, can I just grab everybody's AC one more time? Because I can just
15
write it
for me.
Mine is also 15.
Right.
13 for me.
Right now, mine is 17.
You have a 15 AC and the negative dex? Yummy. Is that not what you said?
You said
have a
17.
15
15, yeah. I have a shield.
Wow.
It's 17 when I'm dual wielding, 16 otherwise.
Mine is
And I
14.
do have a shield, but I'll let you know when I have it on.
For sure. Okay. So yeah, Tanine is up, Lore on deck.
My bonus action, I am gonna go into my chalice form.
Yeah.
And then as my main action, I'm going to. I don't like how close this guy's getting, so I'm gonna use my breath weapon on him.
Yeah.
So,
How far is that cone?
it's a 15-foot cone, I believe.
Go ahead and draw that.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone.
Go ahead and draw that.
I
Okay,
believe
there we
that.
Yeah, because you were gonna hit Genevieve from where that was.
So they need to succeed on a dexterity save.
He's definitely gonna fail. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay then. So, beautiful. 2d10. 16 points of necrotic damage.
16 points of necrotic damage as you unhinge your jaw and bathe him in this this black, disgusting energy. It washes over him, and he just yelps out in pain. Damage one more time.
16.
16. Yeah, for sure. All right, that is going to be your turn. Lore, you are up.
Okay, so I want to bonus action Hunter's Mark the green guy, please.
Yeah, okay. That is done. All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my battle axe.
Go for it.
16 to hit.
16 is going to go ahead and hit.
So 11 total for that one.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and take my second attack with the axe.
Sure.
And that's a 10.
10 is going to miss. What does your Hunter's Mark look like, by the way?
What does it look like?
Yeah, so when you cast it on somebody, is there something visually that changes about them, or is it just like you see them differently, or?
I haven't thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah, not a problem. But as you reach out and identify this as your target, with your first swing, you do catch it right in the side of its rib cage, and it digs pretty deep into it. And it just grits its teeth and stares at you, completely furious. And the second swing, it does a duck out of the way. Anything else on your turn?
No, that'll be it for me.
All right, it is time for these boys with Jasper back on deck for the top order. They are going to go ahead and rush over to you, Mr. Jasper. They don't like you whispering words that they don't understand. So they're going to go ahead and try and attack you. Let's see here.
Don't whisper at me.
It's time to speak to them like this.
Hi, that wasn't very nice.
All right.
Don't hit me, I'm fragile.
First hit misses.
Oh, thank you.
Second hit will hit.
Oh dear. Oh lord.
Let's see. That deals 5 points of piercing damage as it takes a short sword that it was holding. Seems to be very long, rugged, and has like dents missing all over it. And it does get that under your guard with the second swing, and then the other one. Has a little bit better aim. Perhaps it's just because he has his ally here, but he does manage to hit you with both of those. And you suffer 10 piercing damage as it takes the short sword and just drives it up into your gut. It just looks in you and spits in your face. It's clearly salivating at the thought of this juicy meal. Jasper, you are up with Shade on deck.
Ouchie! Well, changes my plan. I'm gonna use bonus action hidden step.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna walk. I wanna make sure. Okay. Hidden step to behind this guy.
Okay.
On that side. And I will cast. I don't want to move that far away, actually. Sorry. No, I do.
10 seconds.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians, and I'm not gonna move that far.
For sure.
Move in there.
So at the start of their turn, they make a saving throw?
You call forth spirits, they float around and do 15. You are a,
It's only if they enter the area.
No, it also
I think
has
it's
to
the
do
sword
while
fire.
they're there.
Just because you will become visible again once you make somebody roll a saving throw. So I'll just keep that in mind. So it'll be at the start of their turn that you become visible.
Okay.
Okay.
It has to make a Wisdom saving throw. Or if they, so if they start their turn in this area, they have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
And what is
and
that
then-
radius again?
That is a 15-foot radius.
There you go.
And any creatures that I don't want it to affect, I can make it so.
Yeah, I got you. You do not want to kill your comrades. Maybe Shade, but we'll figure that out. Yeah. So as the butlers of Days Gone Past begin to descend upon the area around you invisibly, you are going to go ahead and end your turn. So Shade is up. Roldil's on deck.
Okay, so do I have visual on these guys over here?
If you step out from behind the rock, you could probably see them, but there is a bit of traffic in the way, especially from their own their allies. So they would probably have half cover at that point.
Is there any way that I can move straight down, possibly to have a clear line of sight on them?
Yeah,
Like
of
a
course.
clean shot.
Yeah, I mean once you hit like,
I'll move my 30
once,
feet
once
there.
you get like down here, that's a clean shot. Yep.
I'll move my 30 feet there, and I will use my bonus action to cast Hex on this guy. Sorry, my bad.
Yep, that's within 90 feet. Which one?
On this guy, red circle dude.
Yeah. What does your hex look like?
I will grab one of the cards from my deck of cards, just whisper something into it, and throw it directly at him. And as soon as it touches him, the card disappears, and like the light around him is just a little bit like darkened and dimmed.
Yeah. So as this aura of darkness enshrouds this guy, go ahead and take your action.
Right. I will also make him have disadvantage on strength checks because of the hex. And I will again pull out my hand, the red energy pops up, and 2 blasts of Eldritch Blast will hit him. Or will attempt to, at least. First one's a 17.
17 will hit, yep.
It's a d6 per hit, right?
The hex, yes.
Nice. That would be 6 points of force and 5 of necrotic for 11 total.
All right. Yeah, that is definitely a juicy hit. All right, and the second one?
Second one is a 22.
Mm-hmm.
And, fuck, that's 2 points of force and 3 of necrotic for 5 total.
5 total, yeah. Yeah, so as the darkness enshrouds the sky, he just looks around like, and these beams of energy just absolutely gut him in the side there. He stumbles to one knee. He looks quite bloodied at that point. Those were some big old hits. That is going to do it. Broldil is up with dude on deck.
Going over here, and I'm gonna do my things on this guy. Firstly, with my longsword. Okay.
Yep, go ahead.
15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Cool. That's nice. I am going to hit with... hold on, because I have to add the giant thingy thing. Which I always forget. It doesn't show me, so I have to go to it. Bear with me. What's a 7 slashing, and then... Fucking where is it, dude? A d6. So it's 7 piercing plus... Or slashing, rather. Plus 5, so 12.
Alright.
Then offhand attack with my warhammer. That's a 19 on the dice.
Yeah.
For 7 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then I will go ahead and just do my extra attack. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit, actually.
Okay. So I only moved, what was that, 15 feet? So I'm gonna... This is 25, 30. I'll end my turn right here.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, so as you go ahead and you strike into this guy with your flurry of blows here, he does suffer some damage. This guy is up with Genevieve on deck, so he's going to go ahead and make his wisdom save. They are not undead, by the way, with that check. Let me go ahead. Is it wisdom save?
Yeah, it's a wisdom save of 14.
These are incredibly wise creatures, as I'm sure you would have guessed. He fails, so he gets his speed reduced by half. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Right.
As
He
you
takes
to become visible.
14 plus, he takes 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. Yeah, he howls in pain as these ghosts come down and just bombard him. His speed is reduced, and he is gonna go ahead and unleash his fury on you in front of him. Just give me a second here. There. All right. That's one hit with the glaive. Both of them are gonna hit. You take 23 points of slashing damage, and go ahead and make me 2 concentration checks.
I'm dead, or I'm down.
On the ground, yeah.
Yeah.
With that,
You said 23, right?
23 points of slashing damage. Yes.
Yeah, I'm down, unconscious.
With that, just give me a second here. Whatever, I will figure that out. He is going to go ahead and move his speed over you, and go ahead and with his glaive, he's going to once again go ahead and try to hit Broldil.
Good luck.
Oh, that was a D12, not a D20. That misses either way with its bonus action. And then it is going to go ahead and look at this knoll that was hexed here. And with the Fury raging inside of it, it is going to incite it in order to make a melee attack on Genevieve. Which
Why does this music sound so familiar?
I believe will just hit, actually. You suffer 3 points of piercing damage as he, with the bloodlust surrounding him, he just lunges out with his short sword and stabs you. That is going to be his turn. Genevieve, you are up with dudes on deck.
Okay. I am not looking too hot right now. Which one just attacked me?
The white one that was hexed right in front of you, so this one.
Okay. I will fire bolt at it.
Go ahead and roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Okay. I'm guessing an 11 will miss.
11 will miss, unfortunately, as it just the pain that's racking through you, your bolt of fire energy just shoots off to the side. That is your action.
Bonus action, cunning action again to disengage,
For sure.
and I'm going to make my way around Brodel.
All right,
And that's it.
that will be that. Brodel, you are up with dude on deck.
Okay.
No, actually, no. I'm sorry. That was incorrect. Dudes are up with Tanine on deck.
I'm okay
Let
with
me-
going. That's fine.
Let me go ahead. So we'll have Orange Guy go first. He's gonna go ahead and take a shot at you, Tanine. That's gonna miss. Second one's also gonna miss. All right, and then Yellow Guy's gonna try and stab out at Norman. So the first attack is going to go ahead and sink into him with his bite. He suffers 4 points of piercing damage, and I need him to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Me, right? Yeah, my bad.
Oh no, this is for
This is
Norman.
on Norman.
So Pam, if you wouldn't mind, roll me a con save for Norman.
Oh my goodness, if I could unmute. 19.
How much? I'm sorry.
19?
Yeah, so totally fine. So although it does look like the rotten meat and the rancid odor coming out of his mouth, there was some sort of muck that was pumped into his vein with this bite, but he does manage to steel himself and be just fine. The second claw attack is going to go ahead and hit with a natural 20. He suffers 7 points of slashing damage as this claw just rakes up his back and deals a significant chunk there. The green one is going to go ahead and attack at you. Both of them are going to miss, so he tries to bite, and you just dance back, and then he goes for the claw, and you deflect it off of your war axe. That is up to Tanine. You are going with Falorna on deck.
Did I get hit, by the way?
You did not. No, you missed both.
Perfect. My bad. I was gone. So, as my bonus action, because I'm in my chalice form, I will be casting Healing Word upon Jasper.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your heal. Jasper, you come back to consciousness. With this breath of fresh air, you gain 1 stack of doom.
What is that?
That is the next time that you go down, you have 1 failed death save.
Oh.
Did you not read the rules?
God, nobody respects my rules, bro.
Max damage on all, so fucking 12 plus 8, so 20 points of HP to you, brother.
Holy
Shit.
On a bonus
Points of HP.
I'm
Damn.
literally back to where I started.
Yep, no,
So-
that's a life cleric for you. All right.
Nope, that's not it, because I also get to roll one more fucking shit.
Yes.
That's not it,
Wait,
brother. Yes, so in my chalice form, I also get to roll a 1d8 plus 3, I believe, to either myself or someone else whenever I cast a healing spell.
Sure. Okay, wait, hold on. How do we get to
Let's-
the 20, by the way?
Huh?
How do we? How do we get to the 20? So it's 1d4 plus your wisdom.
So it's 3d. Oh, my bad, because it's at second level.
Oh, you
so
upcast. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
So
Okay.
3d4 plus 8.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Fuck. My bad. I'm tripping out right now. Alright, so, 1d8 plus 3 hit points, and then I'm going to give that to Genevieve. Not noticing if she healed herself or not. For fucking 9 points of healing damage. I mean, healing damage, wow. Just healing. And as my regular action, I'm going to take a step to the side and then breath weapon him again. So another dex save.
Draw it this time. Because there are a number of people here, so this is a little bit claustrophobic. So draw a 15-foot cone.
Which one's the tool for it again? The teardrop?
It is the paintbrush drawing tool, and then up at the top you can select the triangle.
Just change the course of this.
As I see, well, I don't know if you'll allow me to say that I'm cool with him.
Probably not.
Is
You can
this
say whatever you want to
15?
say, but
Yes? No?
Sorry?
Is this 15? Bigger, less than?
it's about 15 feet. Yeah. So. Yeah, it would. Yeah, because even if it is a little bit bigger, that wouldn't affect anything. Sure. So that is. Is it roughly?
Come on, big money salvia.
Let me see here.
Don't ever do that shit.
You don't like it?
Just don't do it.
That's a rip.
Yeah. So as you step to the side and unleash this this cavalcade of this torrent of black fumes or whatever you keep inside your throat there in that poison sac. Let's go ahead and roll some dex saves.
I have to offset all the heals with a little bit of death.
Orange saves, yellow does not. Actually, no, he gets advantage. Natural one, yeah. So he does not save. So the first one suffers half damage. Orange suffers all damage, or yellow rather.
Oh, okay. I did not know it was half damage on saves.
Is that what it is, or is it nothing on saves?
I will confirm to you right now. I thought it was nothing. So breath weapon, fail or take half as much. Oh yeah, so they do take half.
All right. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Zeros or tens, right?
On the D10, yep.
So I got a 20.
Okay, yeah.
Max
20
damage on both.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see here.
It's the best round I'm ever gonna have this entire campaign.
Yeah, and this black sludge that just gets expelled from your toothy maw just rushes over these guys, and it seems to scald them on the surface of their skin. They are not enjoying that. The yellow guy over here is looking bloodied after that hit. All right, Laura, you are on deck with
The guy in front of me, looking bloodied or not?
He is not. No.
Okay.
My turn, or
It's your
Yeah,
turn.
your turn with the dudes on deck.
okay. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the one that I've marked. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
25 to hit.
Yeah, for sure.
Big money salvia.
So that's 10 plus. So 15 total.
Yeah, and then your second hit.
22.
What was that?
22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright, so that is a 14 total, that one.
Yeah, ouchie. As you go ahead and do this, you just start chopping down on this guy. The first one, you hit him at the joint, at his kneecap, and you make a significant blow in there. And then the second one, you bring it down, and you completely sever the bottom of that leg, and he is howling in pain. Anything else on your turn?
I'm going to have Norman attack as my
Yeah, sure.
bonus
Which one?
action. It's just gonna do normal.
Yep. Which one?
He's gonna attack the one I marked.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Oh no. Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Patiently waiting to see what the rolls are.
So do I add any to his attack?
I think it is plus your proficiency bonus, right? Or plus your spell? No, it's your spell attack modifier.
Spell attack modifier. Okay.
So it'll be 3 plus whatever your spell mod is.
Spell attack is 5, so that's 22 to hit.
Yeah. 22 hits.
Um,
Go ahead and roll a damage. This one does not get Hunter's Mark.
It's 9 damage.
9 damage is exactly what you need. So go ahead and describe how Norman just completely eviscerates this guy.
So Norman, being the awesome big that he is, being that dude's trying to hurt me, just reaches over and grabs the severed leg, I believe you said it was,
Yes.
and I'm just gonna have him pick it up and this guy with.
yeah, and just club him over the head with his own broken leg. Awesome. Which is exactly what he does. He just jams it down over and over and over again until his foot just digs into a crater that he made in his skull, and he just is just on his knees with his brains hanging out all over the place. Awesome. All right, a couple dudes are up with Jasper on deck. They're gonna go ahead and because they did not realize that you came back from the dead behind them, they are going to go ahead and surround Broldil here and start attacking him. Let's go ahead and make some
It
rolls.
saves me the trouble of having to move closer to you, idiots.
Let me see. All right. So it's going to go ahead and try to bite you, and then it's going to stab you with its 2 short swords. Both of them will. So the first one, bite misses. Short sword misses. Second short sword hits. For 5 points of piercing damage. So as it, just, and then the second one, Mr. Purple up there is going to just miss you with the bite. Hit with the first short sword. And miss you with the second short sword. So each of them land 1 blow on you. You take an additional 3 points of piercing damage. As they both just kind of run up, and they can't really seem to get up to any of your vital areas because you're just towering over them at this point. But they do stab into your calves with their short swords. That is going to be that. Jasper, you are up. You, having just been hit with this huge rack of pain that brought you down into unconsciousness, you breathe life once again. You are prone on the ground. It is your turn with Shade on deck.
I will use half of my movement speed to go, oh dear, and get back up.
Yep.
And I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah, go for it. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
I'm so glad you asked. You see a, I can cast it 60 feet.
Yep.
Away, so I'm gonna cast it next to just the closest creature to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a very short hammer. With some almost like Nordic runes all over it, with a like a leather wrap around the handle. Very ornate.
This will have to stand in for that for now. For sure. Yeah, and go ahead and make your hit roll on that guy.
Okay.
Just place it over here for convenience.
So it is going to be a 17 plus 6.
Yep.
So 23. Okay. It's going to be 3 plus 3. So it's going to be a 6. Points of damage. Points of force damage. And does that count as a bonus action? Okay.
You said 6?
6 points of damage.
So it descends from on high. And with this first downswing of it, as it comes from the sky, this beam of light comes down, and it crushes him into the ground, and he is just a puddle of bone and slush. He is dead in a crater in the ground.
I'm gonna ooh.
You still have your action and 15 feet of movement.
With my action, I will pull out. Might as well since I'm still alive. I want to pull out my mace.
Okay.
And charge this guy.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna hit him with my mace.
That's fucking sick. Go.
Okay. $12 plus 3, 15.
12 plus 3, 15. Just hits. Yeah.
Just 1d6. That's 1. Point of
1?
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.
Yeah. You let out your battle cry. You take out your mace. You run at this guy. You don't seem to be able to get much behind it. But the pure emotional catharsism of the entire thing is its own reward. All right, that is it for you, Jasper. Excuse me, Shade is up with Broldal on deck.
Alright, so Shade, visually frustrated by Jasper having taken out that dude, I will use my bonus action to again pull out another card and throw it at this guy
Mm-hmm.
to pass my hex, which lasts for 8 hours.
Yes, sir.
Onto that guy. Again, disadvantage on strength. And I will again pull out my hand and 2 Eldritch Blasts at him.
Go for it.
First one is a natural 1.
Yep.
And the second one is a 26.
Yeah. So the first one blasts to the side, but you take the second and correct your aim on the second one. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's 6 of force, 4 of necrotic for a total of 10.
Yeah. With that, and it bears into his side, you can see that he's got scorch marks all over the place. He's bleeding from various orifices. When he looks at you first in anger, and then confusion, and then terror. As he just looks at you and has these emotions running through his head. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, I'll stay put.
All right. He is bloodied at this point. Broldal, you are up with me on deck.
Okay. I am going to attack this guy. Oh, I can't do the same ping that I did. Okay.
Go for it, yeah.
User. It's soft 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Strength check as I invoke my fire rune.
Strength check or strength save?
Wait, actually, I believe it is save. One moment
Okay,
here.
because save would be straight rolls, so check would be disadvantage.
It's a saving throw, sorry.
Okay.
Damn it.
That is a 19.
19, okay. It's still gonna take a fuck ton of damage. I don't know if you need me to separate, but it's a total of 16 damage.
Don't need me to separate. All right, and then your next attacks.
Okay, then hammer time. I rolled damage first. Hold on, I fucked up. 21,
Yep.
and then 6 bludgeoning.
Yeah, he is on his last leg.
Then I guess a little extra attack to finish him off. Hopefully, it's another soft 20.
Yep. That I don't even know if you have to roll at this point. This is a main attack. Yeah, you don't have to roll. Yeah, go ahead. Describe how you just absolutely eviscerate this dude.
Well, I was hoping to just let him burn to death, but seeing that he was a little bit too brolic, I just go on a fury of blows, and seeing that he was on his last legs, I will attempt to decapitate him by aiming for his neck.
Which you absolutely do. So your first attack, you bring him down to one knee. Second attack, you completely break his jaw with the warhammer, and then with your last attack, you just bring it in this arc of death, which completely separates his head from his shoulders.
I'm an action surge.
Go for it, yeah.
I'm just gonna rage out on these people here.
Which one? Yeah.
Sorry, orange one. But that's gonna miss on the first, then 13 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
Okay, then that's my turn. I
Alright,
missed both attacks.
That is that. Genevieve, you are up because dude is dead, and then other dudes are on deck.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to mark 2 turns. Thing.
So how bad is purple guy looking?
Purple guy is looking actually like he has not sustained any damage so far.
All right. One sec. Would me attacking him invoke steadying?
You wouldn't need that because you have an ally within 5 feet of him, so it's
Yeah.
already sneak attack.
All right, cool. Then I will go for purple.
Go for it.
But that definitely won't hit with an 11.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just pew, and just it shoots off to the side and hits one of the rocks over here behind him. Anything else on your turn?
I am going to swing around to mean this one and kind of put myself next to these rocks.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is that.
That's me. That's everything.
All right, and then we've got a couple guys going up here. Orange is going to go ahead and unleash on you, Tanine. See here.
Men's really want to hit me.
That bite is going to hit. You suffer 5 points of piercing damage, and then make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
$15.
15, yeah. So you're able to steel yourself against the effects of their poisonous claw fangs. Both claws are going to hit you. One of them is a natural 20.
Oh, so okay.
3 slashing damage on the first claw. And then 9 slashing damage on the second claw. All right, that is Orange Dude, and then Mr. Yellow is going to go ahead and attack you, Falorna. Its bite is just gonna miss you. And then, first claw will hit. Second claw will miss. You take 4 points of slashing damage as it just rakes across your forearm with its claws. Tanine, you are up with Florna on deck.
Okay.
And make me a con save, by the way. A concentration.
Another?
No, not you. Concentration check, Falorna.
Okay.
And Tanine, you can make your turn now.
So with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and like just a glow, no, like a translucent mace will just appear before me as I try to fucking just clobber this guy in front of me.
Yeah, we'll do this one for yours, so that way we don't get them mixed up. Go ahead and make your hit.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yep.
He'll take 11 points of damage. Radiant damage.
All right. And with your action?
Breath weapon again, boyo. Last one.
Okay. All right. Orange guy makes his deck save. Yellow guy. What's the DC?
14.
I can do that on the drums, no problem.
He got a 14. So
Okay.
both of them will save what they take out.
So that'll be 6 points of damage, necrotic. Halved for both.
All
Like,
right.
3 would be halved.
Oh, so they each take 3. Okay.
Yeah, my bad.
All right. That is that. We've got Falorna on deck with up with dudes on deck.
So my concentration check
Was a what? Sorry.
a 4.
So your hunter's mark does drop as although it wasn't a whole lot of damage, it did distract you for just a moment as the anger just took over your mind and you were not able to keep up the hunter's mark.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and bonus action cast that again.
All right. On which one?
Is it yellow?
Yeah, this guy right in front of you.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to
Go for it.
12 for the first one.
12 will miss.
And 23 for the second.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, are you dual wielding battle axes, or is it one?
No, it's one.
Okay.
Just 2 attacks. So that is 10 plus 6, so 16.
16. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely hurts. You're bringing it down to it's pretty much on death's door at this point. As you just slash into this guy and you cut a huge gash in his abdomen, and you can start to see some of the vital organs inside. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's
All right. We've got a dude up now. Give me a second here.
Yo, this music's getting intense.
Yeah, because now that's when the reinforcements are out. No, 'cause, so it is going to go ahead and make an attack, or 3 attacks rather, at you, Mr. Broldo.
Can you please let me know which one you're doing first?
The first one will be a bite. That one will hit.
Nope.
All right. The wind, it just brings its jaw away from you. I'm assuming that's. The,
I'm gonna have it aim it at the at the one that's south of me.
Yeah, gotcha. So it's dead, comrade. It goes and tries to bite it. It is not within range, unfortunately. But then it does go ahead and use its short swords on you. First one will miss. A second one will hit. You take. God, I've rolled 1s on pretty much everything. 3 points of piercing damage. And that will be his turn. Yeah, so Jasper is up with Shade on deck.
Okay. I'm gonna spiritual weapons still there. gonna bonus action do that for the orange guy.
Yeah, all right. So you move it over, and this leather-bound Nordic mace goes and attacks this guy. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. It's gonna be a 3 plus 6.
Unfortunately, that will miss. So it
Oh.
just it just gets carried too far and doesn't make contact. And with your action,
Does that count as casting a spell?
it is not. No.
Okay, then for my action, I will cast a spell. That is good to know. I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance on the orange guy.
Yeah, sure.
Constitution saving throw.
What's your word?
Oh. Ah, shoot, they're not even gonna understand me, so I'm just gonna say, you, ugly.
It definitely fails its save with a 4. Go ahead and roll your damage.
5 points of radiant damage.
All right. Any secondary effects?
Oh. Word of Radiance as, no.
All right. In that case, Shade, you are up with Broldil on deck.
Oh, I want to take my movement.
Oh, sorry.
There it is.
All right,
Should
Shade.
move in between there.
It is your move.
Okay, so at this point, Shade, very flustered, is gonna throw another card at the yellow dude next to Norman to pass the hex as my bonus action onto him. And as he passes it, he will say, "You are mine."
Jesus.
And I'll cast Eldritch Blast at him with both my bolts.
Go for it.
Fuck, natural 1.
It hits me.
You have inspiration. You have inspiration.
Yeah, I need this epic moment just for the shits and giggles. I'm using inspiration on that first bolt. That's a 15 to hit.
Not just hits. Yep.
That's 2 4s, 4 necrotic for a total of 6.
With your hex. Oh. You don't have charisma?
I don't have agonizing blast just
Oh,
yet,
true.
but I still have the second bolt.
Got 1 health. He's got 1 health. Go ahead and roll an attack.
22.
Yep. All right. Yep. Don't even need to roll. Go ahead and describe how you.
Ah, finally. As the second bolt hits him, he combusts into flames, his body turns to cinders, and you see what appears to be his soul like on fire, flying through the air into my hand, and Shade starts to have like a little bit of a glow to him, like a little fiery glow. I actually gained 9 temporary hit points from that.
Haha, I forgot that you yeah.
Shit. All right. Exactly as you just described happens. Would you like to take your movement?
How far am I from? Sure, I'll move 10 feet in this direction to get a better view of what's going on there.
Man's just wanted his temporary hit points. Got
All
denied
right, Brolfo,
twice.
you are up with Genevieve on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to finish off orange guy.
Go for it.
With my longsword first. That's
Is he looking bloodied at least?
Orange guy, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, dope. Fine.
that's gonna miss. So my 2-weapon fighting. That's also gonna miss. So then my extra attack. 15.
15 just hits.
All right, this is with my longswords. I missed the first 2. So there's that. There is another one of these. A total of 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Yeah. All right.
Yay.
As
Well, I don't
action
know.
by-
Never mind. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I told myself I was gonna roll inspiration on one of the things, but it's too late now. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just the fiery display of whatever was going on behind you, or the wave of bodies at your feet. But the first two you don't really manage to get near this guy, but the third one you do steady yourself and strike out at him. He looks quite bloodied on death's door. So Genevieve, you are up, unless you have something else you'd like to do.
Oh no,
All right.
no, I'm good.
Genevieve is up with dude on deck.
All right. Do I, even like behind Brodal and Tanin, would I still have line of sight on purple guy?
Yeah, you have a pretty clear shot on purple guy.
All right, so I'm gonna take another
Go for
stab
it.
at him. I'm good. 22.
22 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage with sneak attack. This is the first time this guy's been hit.
All right. All right, so 3d6. 3d6 plus 2. So, 18 points of damage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That hurts like a bitch.
I rolled really well. I got 2 5s and a 6.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
no
get-
problem.
And I got +2 for.
With that alone, it had basically disregarded you at this point. I mean, it was distracted by the giant guy in front of it and the soul being sucked out and absorbed through the little mini demon over there. So it hadn't even considered you, and then just it just takes a big bolt right into its temple, and it just digs itself a few inches in there. Definitely bloodied after that hit. Anything else on your turn?
No, that is everything. I'm going to stay put where I am.
Yeah, orange guy here is going to, after hearing what happened behind him and the demonic call, look over and seeing this fireworks display, his eyes widen with terror and recognition, and he is going to disengage and start running away.
Damn.
So he gets, let's see.
Nobody saw that, by the way. Bless you.
Thank you. He gets up to here. That is going to be his turn. Tanin, you are up with Laura on deck.
Okay. Oh, he's running away like a little bitch?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no. At third level, guiding bolt.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
It's one of the cleric, the life cleric, like death so
16.
much.
Hey, listen.
16 hits. You
The
don't need to roll.
Vulcan way is there's a point where I gotta fight back, and if you're fighting first, especially if you can't understand my homie's words, I can't help you out, dog.
Third level, I don't think you need to roll, but do it anyways.
That should be 66.
Yes, sir.
You technically could roll minimum damage on all of them and not kill him. That's true.
Don't jinx it, dog.
You're not gonna roll minimum.
20 points of damage.
Yeah. So how do you
Oh, if I wanted to do it a call shot, do you want me to roll again with disadvantage? Or can I use my inspiration to make that a straight roll and cancel it out?
Sure, yeah. What do you want to do? I mean, you're gonna kill him, so you can describe
No,
it.
I just want to straight up shoot his leg. Like obliterate his leg.
Yeah. So what you said, you rush forward. Your eyes, your skin, or scales rather, every part of you begins to glow with this pure black energy, and you just unleash it in this beam at this guy, and it's completely. It's not blinding. It seems almost as if it's like absorbing all of the light nearby, and it drains it blocks everything in sight. And when you look again, you realize that almost like a cartoon character, his torso is floating over nothing. His legs have been turn to ash, and he falls forward onto the ground, crawls 1 or 2 more times, and then his head hits the ground and he moves no more.
Fuck.
Um,
Then I guess with my bonus action, I'm gonna attack the fucking pink guy with my starry form archer.
you're using another
wait,
one.
no, that's an
You're in
oh, it is an action.
No, it's a bonus
Yes.
action. You're in shells right now. All right, so you can turn into your archer form and go ahead and shoot.
Yeah, I mean, homie looks like he's dead now.
Orange guy's, yeah, he's dead. Pretty confident about that. I mean, you could roll a medicine
17.
check. 17 will hit. Go ahead and roll your
I'll
damage.
also roll a medicine check for shits and gigs. With a nat 1, I don't think I can tell shit. I think he's pretty dead.
I mean, he was moving. He was moving a second ago.
Okay. So fucking D8 up in this bitch. 4 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, as you go ahead and sling the shot over at the purple guy to your left.
He's also glowing now, and any attack against him should have advantage. Yeah.
Shuttered.
Oh, the dead guy. Yeah.
No, no. This guy next to Brodel. With starry form archer, a flash of light streaks forward to your creature of your choice.
Guiding bolt is the one that does that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, Archer's just
I'm
damage.
I'm dyslexic.
Lore, you are up with Jasper on deck. This guy also, after these hits, this guy's also looking quite bloody.
Alright, so I'm going to. I think I can make it to here.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm going to move my hunter guy.
For sure.
And if you want that flavor, I've thought that out. When I hunter's mark someone, it looks like they've been bathed in glitter, and every time they take a step, it leaves like a trail of just glitter that I can follow.
Love it. Yeah, no, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, he is
But
now.
I'm gonna do my usual battle axe and all.
Go for it.
First one's a 10.
That is going to miss, unfortunately.
Oh Jesus. Second one's a 7.
Oh, a 7?
Yes, but can I use my inspiration?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You don't have to ask me. You can use your inspiration on pretty much any d20 you want.
That one's a 16 then.
That will hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. The damage will be 11.
Yeah, go ahead and describe how you finish him off.
So I just wing misses him. I come back and kind of backhand him with my axe, and you just see the glitter that's been clinging to him just poof and like go everywhere, and he just falls dead.
Yeah, and he just slumps to the ground at your feet. The danger is past from what you guys can tell. Everybody takes a moment to catch their breath and in the aftermath of what happened. We will pick up here next week in terms of what you guys do immediately afterwards. However, when we pick up here next week, we're going to pick up at level 6.
Okay.
Nice.
I
like
just want to
this.
look at.
Play one session and I level up. Let's go.
I
Next
wanna
session we're
look
gonna
at
be level
Jade.
7.
Yeah, at this rate, you're going to be level 7 by the end of the next one. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll pick up at level 6 next week. None of you are paladins, so I don't have to cry yet. But we will get to that point, I'm sure.
Can I say something to... Fuck, what's the name? To Tanyan? Tanine, sorry. Oui, you see my chauffeur. Everybody has a little bit of evil inside them.
Got him.
I was perfectly planning this. I would have instantly walked over, chanting in Celestial and Druidic along my walk with like dead set, no words to you. I would have cast protection on good and evil from on myself, held out my spiritual weapon, and be like, and just scream at you, "What the fuck was that?"
All right, and
By the way, if it's celestial, I understand celestial.
Okay. Then I'll say it next time.
All right. I will. I'm gonna write that down. So you say in Celestial. What the fuck was that?
No, like my prayer of protection of good and evil to myself would have been in Celestial.
All right.
Basically, God protect me from this unholy fuck.
By the way, a quick question. Did you guys actually understand what I said?